Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another live stream here on the truly Bedrock server on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok as well. We got a bunch of people here in the chat being early. We got Archangel and Honey and Brainless and Longhorn and Brainless again and Stone and Carlo and Derek and Nappy and Burning and 239 and Chewbacca. Welcome back, Arctic as well. Rayan and Liz and Longhorn and Phoenix and myself in the chat. True Pat, hello there. We also got Zach Fritz and Real, Ben, and Jihan, along with a whole bunch of other people in the YouTube chat who did not show up because the thing wasn't turned on. We got Longhorn and Kula and Sylvester and Mood and Taurus and Jordan, old Rusty, and Carter. Welcome in. I think that's most people's. How you guys doing tonight? It's been a minute since we streamed. Since the Saturday on the stream weekend. We did things. We did things on that stream, I think. Now, telling by the game sounds, where can you guys think that I am? Where is it? It's impossible to tell. You'll never guess. Phoenix, thank you for the biddies. And also, we have some other things as well. Arctic, thank you for 2 months of resubscribing. And Metal, thank you for subscribing with your Prime as well. Much appreciated. Casper, welcome back for a full stack of months. How you doing? Stone, thank you for 44 months. Dang, very nice. Has been around for a very long time. Dirt Farm, Ancient City. I knew you guys wouldn't be able to tell. Look at this. We're streaming from the place that we built. Yeah, the thing that we did. We're gonna turn off the sub counter because that was kind of just like a one-time deal. Unless you guys want it on there. I mean, I don't know. We can keep it on until we hit 800,000. It might be 18 months, but we can keep it on. No. Yeah. So we have 200 levels. I've only been here for like an hour or something. And yeah, I actually like the bone block pattern. That's just from the stairs. It's very nice, actually. I had one good idea, and that was the only idea that I used for this entire decoration area. But I think I was holding the looting sword this whole time. I honestly could not tell you. Was I holding it when I started? Because I haven't touched this game in the last hour since before the stream. But anyway, we have an amount of bone. Oh my god, we have an amount of bone blocks, everybody. And then we also have these things just smelting down for days as well. Looks like we truly don't need this many furnaces, do we? If we haven't been really smelting down all these extras. But yeah, I want to take a bunch of these fishies back. We're gonna start selling these for money. Basically, that's what you sell things for, right? You sell things for money? New concept. I don't think it's ever been done before. But we have not gotten a single piece of ink, apparently. We do have some glow ink, unfortunately. Oh, God. Oh, no. We got too many of these. We're going to start giving these away. We're going to start giving these away. This is technically the first stream of the week, everybody. We haven't used this farm at all, but we do have some extra bits in there. Now, if you missed the last couple of live streams, then you might have missed that we completely wrapped up this area. We finished everything up. The next Truly Bedrock video will be out tomorrow, everybody. Absolutely should be out tomorrow. And unfortunately, there's not going to be a time-lapse because of reasons that you'll see in the video. I'm just going to leave it for that. You'll see. You'll just have to watch the video to see what happens. It's a teaser. It's a teaser. Okay, then we got this guy right here. He doesn't have an enchanted sword. This guy came in here to show him up. Let's see, which one of our empty shulkers should we use? But anyway, the goal for tonight is to get ourselves some villagers to our base area, like our actual proper base area, and then maybe establish a little bit of a foothold over there. Maybe get a little bit of a villager breeder going up, because I would like to set up an iron farm, like at the core area of the base. And, oh dang. You know, stuff like that. I guess we'll have to put some of this this fuel in there, won't we? Oh, we got extra bits of blocks in here. That's fine. Yeah, we can start filling this thing up with some more fuel. I don't think we'll have to buy some from Liara for at least a minute. 1 minute. I think we have enough fuel for the next 60 seconds. Although we did buy her out completely, everything twice. I don't know. Did we show both of the times that we bought her out? I think I think I did 2 of them. No, I did 1 of them definitely on camera. I'm not sure if we did the other one on stream or not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have so much fuel, and I'm not afraid to use it because I really didn't spend that much money on this. It was basically free. All the stuff that I got from the end dimension that basically paid for it, which is great. So we're gonna sell salmon, and we're gonna sell it with an L because there's an L in there. If you don't want it to be pronounced with an L, then they should change how it's spelled. And that's the hill I would die on today. Curly, welcome in. That is my first official controversial statement of the stream. Oh, jeez, we have so much fish. Oh, are we gonna rename this fish, too? Is that something that we wanted to do? Because I know we brought that up in the last stream. Like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we, like, rename the fish? Sal salmon. Yeah. Because, like, we could. We definitely could. We have the levels for it. It would only take 54 levels to rename all these guys. Yeah, well, I guess a little bit more than that. Let's see, 54 plus 27. What is that? 70, 71, 81 levels? I don't know. Whatever. You know what? Math on stream is a bad idea. Why did I think that was a good idea? So we can sell these 3, and then I guess I'll get some regular cod as well. Oh, that one's still salmon. But man, we have so much of this stuff. Eventually, like, if we don't actually catch and cook a fish, I just now got the advancement for that. I think I've caught a couple million fish. But yeah, if we don't take it out of here, then it's gonna stop smelting and it's actually gonna start burning because we have no backup storage outside of these small chests. Yeah, I still have the giant salmon. I think someone has that named. I think there's a name and item for that, if that's what you were going off of or getting at. We definitely have to do a few name and items this stream because I've been slacking on those. What's new? Burn it all. Too much fish. You know how bad it would smell to burn it all? It's much easier just to keep it in the chest. How much cooked fish do you need? Well, I'm trying to supply an entire server of food here, so I don't know. How much fish can you eat? That's the real question here. Yeah, I guess we gotta go set up a new shop for that. Oh man, there's already a giant salmon on the server. I can't set up a salmon shop that's literally a giant salmon because there's already a giant salmon on the server. We'll take this. I had a giant fish in a bucket, and I don't know where he went unless someone already named it. Someone may have already named it. We might have put it back in the chest that spawned. I think it might be named already because I do not see it in here. Nothing else in here is really of value either, so I guess we will just head on out. Is there anything in here that we need? Not really. I guess I'll steal my ender chest back. Well, those are ruined now. Need the lore. You named it? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we'll just destroy all that. We will come back for these blocks eventually. But not anytime soon. Probably. This might be the last time that we're over here for a minute, because nobody bought any of my bone blocks, and I'm so sad. I expected people to give me more money, and they didn't. And now I'm like, but how am I gonna get rich if you don't give me your money, right? I mean, I just like, there's clearly a breakdown in communication here. And I would really like for them to give me their money in exchange for goods and services. Well, mostly goods at this point. I don't have a services industry going, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. Did I ever do the name of the item for the fish? I'm not sure if I did it, but we're gonna go check out. Adequate supplying people bone blocks? Well, that's not fair at all! Get out of here! Mine are really cheap! I built this entire farm for this one industry! Are you telling me no one's gonna buy my bone blocks? Or my fish? What if I name the fish so that they don't stack with their other fish? Surely that would make them more enjoyable. Come on. Crash market, crazy low prices. I'm already being undercut on shulker shells by the seashore. Because, I think it might have been Moss set up a shulker shell shop. A secret shulker shell shop selling shulker shells for supremely, seriously, silly, low prices. I couldn't find a replacement word for low that started with an S. Small prices? I guess that would have worked. Come on. I was almost there. We were 2 steps away from greatness. But I rushed it. Yes, I'm being undercut on shulker shells. I'm probably about to be undercut on rockets, but that's fine. I'm in a really good position for rockets. I'm in such a good position for rockets because I got the gas farm, which is the best gunpowder farm, and now I got the best bone meal supply on the server as well. So, like, I think I'm set for those 2 at least. And then we should be good on food for, like, a minute. At least 12 minutes. And then we have this, like, we have too much redstone as well. Legitimately too much redstone. We're gonna go drop off this copper for Liara because they're doing, like, a big project that I'm not gonna spoil. So you guys will just have to go watch their content. Or see whenever we do a collab for it to show up. But they need a bunch of copper and tuff and stuff. Big ol' server-wide project. So that's pretty cool. Redneck, welcome in. How are you doing? We had our little furnace array. Did I leave a shulker box back there? Because I thought we had 3 junk shulkers. I didn't lose a junk shulker somewhere, did I? When a new post. A new TikTok post? I'm not sure. That's a good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. You'll find out once I have something. I think that's how that's gonna have to go. I had my little furnace array, and I left it behind. Oh no, the big salmon's not in here either. Jeez, okay, this is why we need a storage system, guys. Did I lose my junk 3 box? Or is it just back there behind the Nether portal? I didn't see it, but then again, I wasn't really looking for it, so I could have looked past it. Oh, it could be there. It could be there. Did you guys see a white shulker box behind that Nether portal? Probably in a furnace or a hopper somewhere. That could also be. Did you just ban flying for the next minute? Is that what that is? Yeah. Well, okay. I know you so well. Well, joke's on you! Because I wanted to come here anyway. Hey, look at that. There's all the copper that I left here last time. Convenient. Nothing in here sus. Kelp blocks. Been going well. We can use... That's my furnace array design right there. So, I think we can pay to use this. This is definitely the version 1, though. Yeah, it's not the version 2 with the updated smeltery times. Was that a... It's just a pig. This is why storage rooms should be consolidated. Yeah. You're not wrong. Also, we have a pathway now. Didn't realize that, but that's cool. Have I been infected yet? Infected? I don't think so. Maybe. Is it asymptomatic? Is it viral? Is it airborne? What is... I need more context. I do need more context. So, how are we gonna get our villagers? Because again, that's one of our main deals for today. I'm thinking we're probably gonna get them from this iron farm. But we're already at maximum capacity here, and I kind of really don't want to break this iron farm, especially because Loy has like a whole build around it, and if a golem spawns somewhere that they shouldn't, then it's just gonna be a nightmare to find. So I think we'll just go steal a villager from somewhere, and then we'll just like maybe ghast it back or something. I thought there was a boat on the roof for a second. I was like, why is there a boat up there? No context is ever needed. I feel like some context is usually helpful, though. But yeah, look at this. We got a big salmon on the server. Have you guys seen this? Hold up. Let's turn off the music. Let's crank the game sounds. It's Baby Shark, but in salmon. it's so good. Why do we eat baked taters? Because they're tasty taters, TM! Yeah, so this is just a cool place. Man, I definitely would have 100% built one of these for my fish shop. Oh, wait, maybe we can just build a cod next to it. Can I build a cod right here? What if we just built a cod right here in front of it? And then we just have, like, 2 giant fish on the server. It would no, it doesn't need to be as big as the cod. Okay, so this is the big salmon. This is big salmon, right? So then a small little tropical fish would be like this size. Or maybe even smaller. Just like a little tropical fish, because the salmons are pretty huge, right? So I think I can get away with like a small little tropical fish as a food shop right here. Kind of a pop-up shop, but like a little bit of a better decorated thing. Now, if we hop down to the black market, then you'll notice that we have a lot more stuff happening down here now. I haven't checked out a few of these, but as you can see, we got the sneaky shulker shell shop undercutting my prices over here. 2 diamonds for 10 shells. I was selling 2 shells for 4 diamonds, and I made a whole bunch of money from that. We got Rogue Fox's enchantment bookshop. Haven't seen this one yet. We sell gold and other things. Ooh. Doesn't look like you sell anything. False advertising. I want a refund. What else we got down here? I think that's about it. I think there's something coming soon over there. We got a pillar of slimes. Someone dug that out a while ago. That might be something. And then we got this one right here, which is more enchanted books. Actually good books on the server, though. So, like, if we need some good books, we can come down here and buy something. Or not. Apparently not. Do they actually have any stock? Okay, they have some stock, but apparently not very much. Spoiling Moss's shop. I don't think there's much to spoil there, to be fair. Read the whole sign. Yeah, it says you sell gold and more coming soon. That comma's doing a lot of work. Listen. We sell gold! And other things coming soon. So the way that I'm reading that is you sell gold now and other things are coming soon. Listen. Grammar. It's important. Not that I know how to do a grammar anyway, but like, shoosh. Right then. So, I think we lost our Junk 3 Shulker box. And that, I believe, had the big salmon in it. I know we're already getting distracted. We got that hyperactive attention span going, but that's fine. Let's sell this stuff for gold. We'll take this up. There's no reason to sell fish in a black market shop, right? We can make our first real official shop on the server, and we'll just like put it up here. Seems like we got some fishy business happening. Is this a... Oh, it's a 4 wide? I guess my fish is gonna have to be 2 wide. What do you guys... How much gold would you say a stack of fish is worth? I would do like 1 or 2 gold max. That seems fair, right? 1, maybe 2 gold. Oh, nuggets? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even think about nuggets, actually. A 3 wide fish is gonna be weird. You're weird. Actually, a 3 wide fish would probably be better. No, you're right. Yeah, nuggets. I didn't think about that, but yeah, we can make change for people now. Let's see. We'll come back to that later. I want to find that Junk 3 Shulker. I'm hoping I didn't like lose it or despawn it. Let's check our little base yet again. One more time. Make sure I'm not going crazy over here. Oh, look at that, free alien head. It's not blending in with some bone blocks or something, is it? That would be silly. If it's like down there in the shop and it's like blending in with the bone blocks. mean, I don't see it. I didn't look very well, but I didn't see it. Is it illegal to build a good farm on the server? I've built some okay farms. But no, you can build good farms. Build good farms. Have good fun. Vader, welcome back for 43 months or 45, whichever way you want to read it. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. We also got Lochner, thank you very much for the sub. Dark Knight, thank you for subscribing as well. Wainos with the follow, welcome in. Is it this way? It's not this way. I always go out the portal that way, thinking that's the way to go. Oh, we should also get a Lays tonight as well. For some of them, their experience farms. I have a new Guardian farm. I have made too many Guardian farms already, and they all work perfectly fine. If you need a Guardian farm, build one of the ones I already got a video on. I really just wanted to drop shoot down here. There's no reason I should have to walk down a spiral staircase. New Enderman farm. No, the existing Enderman farm on the channel also still works great too. Not much that's really changed there. I could repost the video, but I didn't really achieve anything. Yes, you can't duplicate on the server, my guys. This is survival SMP content for the YouTubes. We're not duplicating stuff over here, my guys. Jeez. With the fish farm, do I really need another experience farm? I mean, not really. It's surprisingly good experience. Surprisingly good experience farm. Okay, so where is this junk box? With my luck, it would be like somewhere random. Maybe on the top side of the build or something. Or like in the back side of like a hopper. Or, you know, something weird like that. Shouldn't be in any of those, though. Let's hop up on top of it, maybe. I mean, I'm not seeing it. I'm really hoping I didn't lose it. Like, let it despawn or something. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at not doing that over the years. It's gotta be back here. It's literally right here, my guys. You're telling me you didn't see this? But also, the big salmon's not in here anyway. So, I still don't know where the big salmon went. Where's the big chunky salmon at? Where'd it go? How do we lose the biggest fish in history? Am I stupid? I mean, obviously, but don't answer that. Hold up. It's gotta be in one of these boxes. We found the biggest fish in history. We just, like, lost it? Where'd it go? Carelessness? No, I definitely didn't put it down anywhere. And I put it down once to, like, showcase the thing, but I didn't, like, leave it. I mean, we can probably just get another one. Yeah, you don't have to answer the, Oh, what's the word for it? The ridiculous questions, the self-obvious questions. There's a word for it. I'm not seeing any salmon. Oh, that's right, they're only on the surface. Rhetorical, yeah, there you go, thank you. Hey, there's a big salmon! Get in the bucket! Okay, well that was really easy. I guess it's just really easy to find the big salmons. What fish is in the bucket in the inner chest? Is there a fish in a bucket in the inner chest? Bro, is he right here? Listen, this might just be the fish right here. Okay, listen. I already said I was stupid. You don't need to go point it out immediately right there. Hey, good news, everybody. Now we have 2 big salmon. You guys can name them. Bro. Why was it in the inner chest? I thought it would be in a shulker, man. I wasn't looking right there for it. We did also find our junk 3, though. Okay? We found our junk 3. We needed that. Probably. There's stuff in there that I might need at some point. Oh, ow. That hurt my everything. Big Sal and Big Mon. Blind as bat. Hey, bats aren't blind. That's like insulting. I am canonically one-eyed though. Okay, look at this. Clearly an empty eye socket on the left there. Okay, listen, shush. You're mocking me for things that are out of my control. This is bullying, and we will not tolerate such things. I'm not colorblind. I'm just, yeah, chat blind. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe a little bit. Okay, as long as I don't put down the fish in the nether, then they'll survive. It's always best friend. Okay. So this one on the right was the original. Ugh. Are you really telling me about my own disability? I think I know my body better than you, Lucas. Thank you very much. Let's see. We did that. Apparently I can't mark things as complete now. Cool. Okay, so we need to... Liz is just filling up my redemptions over here. With the music disc. Yeah, so Chonky Thai is the original Big Salmon. Thank you, Salt, for that one. These are all just music discs. We do need to name a couple other things, though. So, for instance, we have a gardening tool. This is from Mr. Old Rusty Pipe. Shroom Lights Forever. Thank you very much for that. And we're going to put this into the box a little bit before the Chonky Thai, of course. We do need to get an oxalotl and a bucket. That's another thing that we forgot to do over there, everybody. We got a pirate skin change. Okay, we can do that real quick, too. We need some scrumptious salmon from Wakeboard. And then we got to go do some adventuring, I think. Need a pirate skin? I have a pirate skin. Scrumptious salmon. Okay, that goes into the box. And then a zombie piglin named Porkins. That's... I saw your comment, by the way, Longhorn on the YouTube. Watching too much Silent Survival over here. And then we got the other chunky salmon from Lord Vader. We will name that real quick as well. Boom, there we go. Sloy's best friend. Okay, that's a few of those done. Oh wait, no, that's my actual gardening tool. We're not putting that in the box. It's my actual tool that I use for gardening. Occasionally. I like to garden, what can I say? Which episode? He's like on episode 11 or something. Is this my actual redstone blocks right here? It is my redstone blocks. My blocks of redstone, everybody. And my other blocks of redstone. Yeah, today's kind of like a cleanup stream. So don't expect me to get anything done. Wait, you get things done on stream? Yeah, I can hear you typing. You don't need to send the message, I know. Everybody knows. Oh, right, yeah, the name, the wardrobe change? Was there a wardrobe change? I don't know. I don't see it in my redemptions, but you know what you guys were talking about, and I feel like being a pirate anyway. We do a little pirating. A little bit. Stream productive since when? Yeah, streams are not designed to be productive places. If you're watching someone who is getting things done on stream, they're doing it wrong. They're not a good streamer. I just have to say it. I'm calling out everybody right now. If you are a person that does things on stream well, that's for YouTube videos. You're not allowed to get things done on a live stream. Stop it. Get some help. You're making the rest of us look bad. I can't get things done on stream. Most everybody can't. You stop it. Take a chill pill. Talk to your chat and pretend like you're getting something done like a normal person. Let's see. Look through chess idly for 10 minutes until they notice that you have no idea what you're doing that stream. Randomly come up with an idea midway through your stream and pretend like that was the plan all along. I mean, come on. This is like streamer 101 right here. I joke, but you know, sometimes it do be like that. But usually I have a pretty good idea for what we're actually doing that stream. If we actually get it all done or not, that's a whole nother thing. It's like Minecraft is a slow game, you know. It takes a long time to get stuff done. Things are not fast. It's not designed to be a fast game, you know. That's why we automate. Does this mean I'm a better streamer than Speed? Does he get things done? Isn't he just like a variety streamer? I don't know if like you can have like, I don't know if you can quantify productivity on a variety stream, right? Is he like filing his taxes on stream or something? Because that would be productive. I don't know. I'm not familiar with what exactly the content there is or how you would quantify productivity in that context. In Minecraft, you can definitely get things done or definitely not get things done. So it's very easy to measure whether or not you're just messing around and discovering. It's a shulker box. It's a shulker box sorting stream. That's what it is, guys. That's why I wanted to find my shulker box. And then we can make the rest of our chests really bad. Oh geez, we're out of chests already. Hey, there's some chests. Why don't we just throw everything to this chest, and then our shulker boxes will be organized, but nothing else that we have will be. This seems like a very well thought out plan. Any objections can go into the local lava lake. Just write it down on a piece of paper. I put a hopper underneath the lava lake. Don't worry, I'll get it. I'll get it. If you try and dig around through the lava lake to find it, though, you're just gonna break the hopper. So trust me. Let's see. Yeah, we actually do need these shulkers cleaned out, though. This is still materials from like the gas farm and stuff. But there we go. And then we do need a name for the actual redstone shulker box for the season. So if you're quick, you can do a name an item and snag that. We need to find some red dye for that, though. I think I have... Oh, here's some red dye right here. Brilliant. The name and items are out right now. Ah, well, that's too bad for you guys. Guess you just missed your opportunity. Okay, so should we just go randomly fly around until we find a village? Or should we chunk base it? I don't know how much of an adventure you guys are up for. I don't want to make things too exciting or anything for you guys. You know, you're here for chill vibes and mild productivity. And I can't deliver on the mild productivity, so I gotta at least keep things chill, you know? But if I remember correctly, there is a landmass to the south of us. And on that landmass could be a village. This is what I'm thinking of. Also, what's the YouTube chat doing? YouTube chat, are you alive? Twitch chat is taking over the screen. I feel I get worried if I don't see a YouTube chat. I'm like, oh, did something break? Am I accidentally ignoring everyone on YouTube? Or are they just being shy? I don't know. Where is world spawn on this seed? Okay, I'm looking at the chunk base. And it seems like there should be a village. Oh, right, I turned off biomes. That's why the map is broken. That would do it. Yeah, so there is actually a village directly south of us, which is this way. The question is, like, how do we want to get villagers back from there? And it seems like boats is kind of the obvious answer, right? And also, like, our base is on the steps of the ocean anyway, so we can just go there, steal some guys, come back, no big deal. There's the YouTube chat. Hello there. Now that you guys are saying things, I don't know what to say back. Besides that, I'm stuck in here now. Oh. Villager farm? Yeah, I want to set up like a little villager breeder and stuff. You chilling? Fair enough. What even is this shop, by the way? We just kind of accidentally stumbled into this. I don't know whose this is, but I've seen it getting built. Oh, it's Chin's! Okay, yeah, I've seen it, like, just slowly appear. It was that, and then it was that, and then it was, like, the little deep slate, and then it was, like, the bottom of the bottle, and then it's, like, the top of the bottle. It's just, like, 7 different stages of build over here. Oh, my God! Bro got grass. Bro's growing grass. Everyone's making progress on the server, except me! Diagonal with the Hawaiian names out over here. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a name that you think? It's unfortunately too long. Because you know I would have a tool with that name if I could. Oh, we could do 2 names. We could do like supercalifragile and then isticalidocious. Something like that. We could like break it in 2. Have it on the hotbar. And people would just be really confused. Okay, so there should be a village. Oh yeah, look at that right there. Convenience. You think anyone's robbed this place blind yet? Looks like people have. Because those are definitely pale oak saplings that got grown. Yeah, people done been here. Villagers inside! Ah, for the taking! I think that's a lie. Well, I guess there's no villagers here. Well, we can just go this way, actually, and find more villagers, I think. Wait, hold up. Yeah, negative 300 by 300, yeah. Oh, here we go, perfect opportunity. Some boats. For redstone? Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. We do like some Hawaiian around here. I was actually going to talk about that later tonight, actually. Oh, I haven't done this in so long, I'm hitting everything. I used to be really good at this. People have been here already! And they had the same idea! With the boats and the... Oh, wait, there's still villagers here, though. Hey, let's go. Hold up. We got the golem still. Hey, you, buddy. Buddy, pal, man, guy, friend. Oh, now I done goofed. Oh, never mind. Oh, you can just jump to, like, bring him up over the edges now. Okay, that's great. Okay, we're gonna steal this dude. Oh, there's another one over there. Okay. Nope. Let's just go. Okay, yeah, so now you can just, like, jump with these guys, and then they just, like, the boats hop a little bit. That's super convenient. Hey, it's a nitwit. Should we bring back a polar bear as well? I feel like that's a maybe. If you guys don't tell me not to, then I'm gonna grab a polar bear. Hey, that's a free bear! You can just take them home. They're free. You can just grab one. They're like raccoons. You can just go pick them up and bring one home. It's not illegal. Probably. I don't know. You should check with the Raccoon Society in your area and see if they're open to adoptions right now. But usually they are looking for foster parents. Oh god, there's a bear chasing me! No! No, bear! Why is that bear coming after... Well, I guess there could have been two parents. I'm not giving legal advices. I'm giving illegal advices. It's very good for you to know the difference. So can I just, like, drag these two behind me now? Hey! There we go. Possibly the most chaotic way of getting villagers. But you know what? I'm digging it. Oh, jeez. These leads work really well, everybody! This is the most chaotic thing I've ever seen. Stop shooting my villagers! Stop it! No! He's shooting my bear as well! I just wanted a bear. Please stop! Oh, he shot the bear again! Stop it! The skeleton's gonna be the death of me. Hold up. I gotta despawn that skeleton. No, my bear! Oh, I lost the bear. Ah, where am I gonna get a new bear? These things don't just grow on trees, you know. Excuse me, boats. Maybe they do, actually. I haven't checked my local trees. Phantoms, I ain't got time for you, man. I definitely don't want to pick up a local creeper. Hold up. I need a bear. Bears! Bears, where are you? These things behind us are just absolutely dying. Okay, hold up. I know you can find bears out here somewhere. I just want a bear! I could get a spider. Oh, I think... Does it have to be daytime to get a bear? That's unfortunate. Well, we can always come back and adopt another bear at some point. Is that a shipwreck? Oh, it's an ocean monument! I don't want to get the fatigue thing. Okay, well, let's get out of here. I lost my villager. When did I lose the villager? You know how many turns I took back in there just to lose my villager? I lost the boat that he was... Oh, come on now. Okay, stay here. Listen. I promise you, you won't get mauled by a bear, probably. Where? Oh, jeez. Bro, I boated all through this entire... I was having too much fun, man. I just wanted to have some boat fun. Should I just get a new... Oh, here he is. Okay. I found you. Hi, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm not that sorry, but, like, you know. For the camera, I gotta say these things. Fantastic. We love to see it, everybody. Okay, well, I guess we technically don't need this boat now, since we don't have a bear in it. Someone's been over there. Can I just, like... Really, phantoms? Thank you. And then we can, go home. Right, so what direction is home? I got thoroughly turned around out here. I've told you guys a million times at this point, I do not see redemptions getting highlighted in the chat. If you redeem something, you have to tell me. And even then, you gotta tell me twice. But you banned a word. Villager. There you go. Yeah, you could have just said that. Oh wait, that's a 3-minute ban, isn't it? Oh, I see it now. I started the timer, everyone. I'm not allowed to say it. We have to go this way. I almost, like, passed the entire island. Welcome in, Johnny. Yeah, just keep reminding me. I need reminders. I have low attention span, as you should be aware by now. Dolphins are angry at me for what I've done. What did I do? I don't even know what I did. I forget already. Is that Elatrium's torture machine? I mean, XP farm? I think it might be. I thought that was on, like, the other side of the island, though. Fish farm or death? It's not a dolphin farm, it's a fish farm. They shouldn't be spawning in there. It's their fault. It's not my fault that the dolphins spawn inside of a fish farm. I didn't call it a dolphin farm. I don't want them there. Bro, look how nice, like, Rogue's builds are looking. Wish I could build this. Okay, so we live over here-ish. Somewhere in this general area. I have not decided. But roughly here-ish is our base location. We're nestled between Rogue Fox, which you just saw, and that giant pile of stuff that is Slack Lizard, and then the giant hole in the water that is Groova. But also, there's like 4 other people as well on the other side. So, you know. Oh, I can't go that far. Yeah, we gotta go up. Up, up, and away. So let's grab that. Oh, wait, no. I wanted to grab this. Hey, don't even think about it, Buster. This guy's on like half a heart over here. Is this actually working? It's actually working. There's no way that this is actually working. Okay, it's not really working for that guy. Hey, what did I just tell your friend, buddy, old pal? And then there's a witch over there. Let's see. I think we should just despawn all these guys. That's the easiest way to go. And then maybe have a bed. I swear, I like just went to sleep before the stream. But oh yeah, I guess I AFK'd for like 2 hours, so that would make sense. TJ Pokemon, welcome in. Hey! Okay. Did I successfully do the word ban? I don't think I said villagers, but I definitely forgot about the word ban for the last, like, 12 seconds that I was doing it. So I could have. I could have done broken it. I'm not sure. Maybe she's friendly. I don't think so. I think if she was friendly, she wouldn't be called a witch. Right? That's how that works. Let's see. Let's get a nice aerial view of this place. I don't want to like bump up on the borders of other people. I guess we have a fair amount of room though, don't we? Because we could go like slap dab right in the middle of this, which seems like is probably what we should do. Because then we got Rogue Fox on this side, we got Eladrium, we got Moss Logic, and I think there's one more person even. I'm merely adequate's over there. But then I thought like Slates or someone was right here. I don't actually have the world map pulled up. Let me see if I can find that actually. Yeah, if I could show you guys the map, that'd be really convenient actually. Season 7 map. I made a good map. Yeah, so Slates is over here. Hold up. I can do something fancy-ish. Yeah, hold up. Let's grab this. Please hold. Is this gonna work? If I turn on... Oh, not Discord, actually. I need to bring up... Which one is it? Here we go. This one. There we go. I can do a thing. Yeah, so here's the map of the server, everybody. So you can see me, and then I've got Rogue and Slates and Moss and Merely and Eladrium and Zap and Slack and Groova, just and Alien to myself. Yeah, so there's a lot of people. There do be a lot of people, actually. So this is right around where Slates is. And then that's like Moss Logic over there, somewhere. I think over here, actually. And then Aladrium, and then Merely, and then Rogue, and that's Aliens Island. That's Groova, that's Slack, and then if we go up this tiny little mountain, but it's just an entire firework on that. Then up here, then we got Zap and DB. We'll see if they play this season. You know, it's kind of up in the air. Maybe it is Tom. We'll find out. Somebody's gonna live there eventually. And then Zloy's gonna live up here. And then we have Smurf living over on kind of like this, or no, I think he moved to the far side, actually. Yeah, I think he's on the far side. No, he is living on this edge. Oh, yeah. Hold up. I made this map. I should know where people are. But yeah, he's living on like this edge over here. So that means that we need to decide where our like center area is, and it's got to be chunk aligned, of course, because you know me. It seems like somewhere right here-ish is like roughly center. Artemis in the water. Yeah, so they have like the ocean monument claimed, and then a couple other things. Mostly, though, we got everyone on this one center island. If we bring that image back up again, like, we pretty much got everyone on the center island. I don't know why this isn't oh, no, there it goes. Yeah, we mostly got everyone on the center island. Mostly. Yeah, Artemis is out there. Well, no, they're living on the end portal, which is that way. You guys know where the end portal is. It's like 1,000 blocks away. They're the one person that we didn't get to live on the main island. Yeah. And also in the actual end dimension as well. So that's fair. That's a fair point. Okay, can we he's actually floating right now. We have levitation technology now. Who needs maglev trains when you have like whatever this guy's doing? Jonathan, welcome in. No, that guy went and had to pick up a cow. He's having a cow, everybody. I guess we're having a pet cow now. That reminds me of just like one random scene from one random movie I saw like forever ago. But like at the end of the movie, the kid's like, the dad comes home and the kid's like, "Oh my God, you brought us a pet dog!" And then like he opens up the crate and it's like a baby cow or like a baby horse or something. No idea what movie that is. Haven't thought about it since I saw it, but you know what? It just popped into my head and now you're thinking about it too. You're welcome. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Making you think about random things from years ago? City Slickers? Is that what it is, really? You just know that? Is it a good movie? This looks about right. Yeah, it was kind of a Western kind of deal. I looked up City Slickers cow, and I didn't... Oh, no, yeah, no, I think that's right. I think that's right. The little baby cow. I know nothing else about that movie besides that one part. That's crazy. Old timers ain't got a decent memory. Listen, I may have been old when I saw it, or I may have been young. The world will never know. Either way, I don't really care too much. Norman the cow. You remember its name, or did you look it up? It's named Norman. It's a good cow name. Not gonna lie, though. I guess we can name our cow that. See if anyone in the YouTube video comments notices the reference. It's a word that I know. You know what? We actually don't need this one anymore. Just delete that while we're here. While we're on the wrong tab anyway. What is all this? 99 million diamonds? Grow a farm? Have you guys seen that? With the Roblox? Grow a garden or whatever? Apparently Roblox is like blowing up right now. More than normal. They have like 20 million, 30 million active users a month or something right now. Apparently a bunch of Minecraft creators are making Roblox channels. And I was thinking about maybe being one of them. The villager linked to something? Come on! Hey, Roblox is fun if you have a good crew, man. Someone cannot stop talking about that game. Yeah, it just absolutely exploded for no reason. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the wrong area. We gotta go like a couple chunks this way. Yeah, I mean, I used to play Roblox in like 2015, 2016. Because it was free, and like, I didn't have money. You kidding me? So I should have gotten that 100-day streak achievement on Roblox, because I played it 100 days in a row, but it just didn't pop. And it's like the only achievement I was missing on Roblox. But I kind of no-lifed that game for a little while. It's fun though, you know, if you got some friends, got some groups to play with, but also it can be very very cringy as well, of course. I think we should go maybe a chunk. Ooh, I don't know. Does this look about center? I think one more chunk. Yeah, I think to right here would be about the center of the base. I really don't want to have to do a bunch of mining, but you know, we'll see what happens. Don't want this to turn into last season's base. I think that might be one too far over. Maybe like this chunk right here. Because we're gonna have to dig down a little bit. Base is gonna be kind of a bowl shaped. So, I mean, I guess I'm just picking the top of the hill. Cool. That's great. Well, it's not the very top of the hill. It's just near the top. Okay, oh, yeah, you know, it's not so bad. Maybe we want to move it more this way, though. It seems like we might be bordering a little bit too close. I don't know. I kind of need to go about designing a bunch more of the base before I really figure out exactly what's happening. But we do have our villagers. Oh, come on now. Bro, really? Come on. Well, one of them survived. He's got a sheep. Get out of here. Stop it. Okay. Well, he survived for now. And I don't think I can walk away without this guy despawning. We're gonna have to name him. How are there a billion zombies, and how do you know exactly where my villagers are? These guys, 6th sense for, like, villagers, man. Okay, stay over there. We'll come back, we'll cure you, and you'll be fine. Yeah. Jeez, man. Put underground. Yeah. Technically, this one is underground. He hopped out of the belt when he got converted to a zombie. Did you guys notice that? Okay. So yeah, this seems like the rough center of the base. We will pop back over to the actual base area. My little hobbit hole. And then try and grab some villager curing stuff. The potion is the only thing that we might have an issue with. It's very pink. At least we're getting a lot of builds over here. This is pretty nice. Everyone's building tall stuff, too. It's pretty cool. Zulay really set the standard. I wasn't done moving the villagers. That's why I didn't like put anything permanent around them. Do we have weakness? Hey, we have weakness. Question is, do we have apples? You know what? I think we have a farmer. We can just go buy one. In the diamond's chest. I'm too blind to see it. That's a reference. Seven gapples. I'm sure that's not too many. I'm not done moving them! That's why they're in the middle of the forest. My guys. Diego, thank you very much for the gift on TikTok. Okay, so we need beds and stuff as well. And kind of thinking that I don't have any wool. Well, besides, I guess, the one. Oh, we have string, though, don't we? I mean, I don't think the iron farm up there would have produced any. Nothing I have would produce string, but I guess we have some somehow. I don't know where this came from. We do have some golden apples in here, though. You're right. I was looking for regular apples, not golden apples, though. So I would not have seen that. Selective vision. Just like I got selective hearing, selective reading. Very selective. It's outside of, like, spawning range right now. Nothing can spawn over there by the villagers. They're not even loaded. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Stop worrying. Yeah, I don't think I have any wool. Did I bring any back from the ancient city? Probably not. Oh, we did! Look at that. Brilliant. Well, okay then. That's 9 beds. I mean, that's a start. We'll find some shears and then get ourselves a couple of sheep. Oh, you know what would be actually really convenient right now? Yeah, the cats should be dropping string, but I don't think there's cats spawning in that iron farm. And also, I don't know if Soy's even keeping the string. I don't know how his sorting system up there works. We should find some dry grass. You know why? Because that would give us the stuff. Desert. We have a desert at 3,200 by -600. We could build a real quick little wool farm, because we're gonna need more beds, right? So if we build one of those little dry grass wool farms, then we'll be good. You can't get dry grass in the savannah, can you? Someone over here have a piece of dry grass that I can just, like, steal? That is a lot of cats. Somebody is turning into salt on the server. Wait, hold up. This is not natural. This is man-made beach. And you get dry grass on, like, these little islands. Is that a desert? I think these are all just regular beach, right? I feel like dry grass should be more common. It should definitely spawn in, like, these areas. Or maybe up the side of this mountain. I'm not seeing it. Well, it seems like it should be more common, but I'm pretty sure it's only savannas and deserts. Or, sorry, deserts and mesas. Or badlands, as the newfound youngin' Minecrafters call it. Dry grass drought. A little bit. It's, like, surprisingly useful, actually, because you can put down a dry grass, and then the sheep will eat it to regrow their wool. And it's way faster than making them eat regular grass, because regular grass regrows super slowly. Bro, this shipwreck is, like, on land. It's just a dry dock. That's great. Love it. Yeah, I'm looking for some as we fly through here, but I'm not seeing any. Bad driving. Hey, a bunch of free sand? Why, thank you. Just like a couple stacks of sand. For free. Who's throwing away sand? Who's so rich on the server that they're throwing away sand? Dry grass doesn't grow back. No, you bone meal it. It's bone mealable. So we're going to have a bone meal powered dry grass wool farm. I made a video on this. It's so good. It's ridiculously good. It's like stupidly overpowered. Hey, there we grow. Guess what? I didn't bring shears. We got to go all the way back to the base. Oh no, I brought iron. It's on the hotbar. Never mind. It's like I swear I did this. Also, we have iron in the ender chest. Oh, right, yeah, there's the tall and the short ones. I don't want the short ones. Okay. Convenience. Where'd I get out of the bone meal? Where will I get out of the bone meal? I don't know. Someone's guarantee. Is this the mining desert? Is this just straight up the mining desert? Someone's already gotten it. So sad. Maybe they left all the loot behind for me. I didn't know we had a mining desert. Warning, very not safe. Should we go for it? Yeah, there's also the fish farm. The fish farm isn't that far from here. Pretty sure it's 23, positive 3. Do it. You guys want me to go through the very not safe nether? Okay, fine. Let's go through the very not safe nether. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Nothing bad has ever happened in the very not safe nether. Very not safe nether. I'll show these people who's very not safe. As he gets out all of his, like, top gear. I don't need 203 levels. I also don't know the coordinates to spawn. Very not safe. This looks perfectly fine to me. Yeah, this is perfectly reasonable. It's just like, it's literally, oh, what? It's literally just right here? We could have just, I didn't know we had this. Convenience! Yeah, it's literally just right there. My portal to the fish farm is, like, right here. That's great. Yeah, no, it's very not dangerous anymore. It's not very not dangerous. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Makes sense to me! Yeah, I think my portal is more dangerous from my fish farm. I gotta build some stuff, man. Everyone's building stuff. Get bone meal. That's a good point, isn't it? That would have been a great idea. Never mind, my bed's already put down. Man, why can't I sleep? That's crazy. Stop it! Bad zombies, where do you come from? Stop it! Bad zombies, man. There are 2 mining deserts, the other one also had a Mesa Badlands. Ah, fair enough. You'd think I would know these things, but not really. Why would I know these things when I could just ask chat, right? I mean, hey. I'm joining the events this weekend. Yeah, I should be there. I specifically canceled other things that I had the opportunity to go do, so I could be there for the events. Why are there so many zombies, man? Stop it. Get some help. But yeah, we're gonna have, by the way, our new fan servers that just reset a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point. Derptopia and Whispercraft. They're having their end events this weekend. I'm not gonna be streaming them or anything, but there should be some videos of those on Silent 2 at some point in the future, so that you can check out how crazy it is. I don't know what they have in store. Casper and Kula have gone well out of their way to build a very, very bad, very dangerous, very deadly, very death-filled arena and boss fight, essentially, custom dungeon that everybody on the fan servers are going to have to fight their way through in order to unlock the end dimension. It's like, well, we'll do like a little... How many zombies are in this game? We'll do a little dragon fight, and then you got to fight your way through a dungeon to properly unlock the end and get shulkers. Is there a zombie spawner, like, right here? Because that could be something. Can be. How many mobs are down there in the space? Stop it! Yeah, this guy's still curing. Okay. It's gonna take 9 years for him to do that. Yes, we got that. We can save that for later at least. And then I want to set up some beds. Beds! Okay, 9 of these. Red beds all the way. We're doing things right this time around. I don't want to see gray ever again after last season. They should come back at full health once they're unzombified. Because it's basically like a new mob, right? This guy probably needs some help too, but I think we'll probably zombify him too. We could have let him be zombified actually, and then we could have done like a 2-for-1 deal with this whole thing. This is my actual bed. Save that one for later. We do need some water, and we don't have any of that. I do have more weakness potions. I swear there's got to be like some sort of spawner down here. Oh my god, there's just all the mobs in the world are right here. That's what it is. Jeez, my guys. It's the entire world's mob cap is just like right here in this cave. No wonder, it's just a constant flow of mobs. Just put a mob farm down. Just put like a trident killer, boom. Instant mob farm. Just like with this weirdest, tiniest little ravine cave. 20 mobs. 10,000 point redeem. Choose the bed color. Oh. You know yellow and brown are the only ones that would ever get picked. I know how immature you guys are. I'm not falling for that again. Yeah, automatic mob switch, basically. Are you gonna cure yet, my guy? I kind of need you to do the thing. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of can't leave until he's done curing, right? Because is he like named? He is named. I think they might despawn though. It's 20 minutes. It's 3 minutes. No, it's 20 minutes to grow up. It's 3 minutes to cure, my guys. It's definitely 3 minutes. Curing is 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's 3 minutes. Pretty sure it's 3 minutes. But also, I think you can just relog and that might do it. If he despawns, though, it's gonna be so sad. Random 23 and 7 minutes. Oh yeah, that's a fair point. It might be a bit randomized. 16 minutes. Yeah, see, no, look, it's fine. I love that bug is still in the game. They fixed it at one point, I was pretty sure, but yeah, no, they brought it back. So this guy hasn't been traded with. And neither is this guy. Yay! 90 minutes. You guys just throwing out random numbers now. I don't think you guys know what you're doing. Now, they fixed that, but then they got brought back. It's really convenient. Beds and iron bars speed up curing. They definitely do not. That is a Minecraft myth. A very old one, even. Where did you hear that? I hope it wasn't recently. We need lecterns and stuff. Let's see. Here's some books, and then more books. We need a lot of books for those lecterns, don't we? We're gonna steal all these books, actually. Although I guess we can use any workstation we want, really. Let's grab our weakness potions while we're over here as well. So we're gonna have more zombies pop up randomly. May as well be able to cure our guy directly. So that's a weakness. We can grab all of these, actually. We could do some weakness arrows, even. Oh, look, I got gunpowder in the inventory. Convenience. Oh, there's no blaze powder in that, though? Surely I have one of those. That's why we went to the Nether that one day. Saphira, thank you very much for the gift on TikTok. We also need building blocks as well. That's what I mostly came here for. Then I think we need like some trapdoors and some like glass panes, some stairs, you know, these kind of basic deals. Nothing terribly complicated, but just enough to build up that little breeder. And then also, yeah, bone meal for the sheep. And dispensers too, actually. We should save that strings that we have to make dispensers. We'll grab some cobblestone. Did I not have any cobblestone? I gave all my cobblestone to Zoe. So we'll steal some of that back. We'll steal some wood again. And then we will be good to go for both of those, actually. Did I grab my potions? I did. Oh yeah, don't use a power bow for those. You want to like just one tap your bow to like shoot the arrow. Yeah, just an unenchanted bow. Unenchanted bow. Came up here for something. Already forget what it was. Good work. We came up here not for this, but for the blocks down below. Yeah, look at all this. Cooking with what? Cooking with materials. We'll take some of that. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. And then one of these was cobblestone. Here we go. We just need a little bit of that. I gave him that cobblestone anyway. Yeah, piercing crossbow also works. That is valid. You know what? I don't have any food to breed these guys with. That is another problem. We have all those potatoes back at the base, though, actually. I just didn't bring any with me. Look how much sand that was. Someone just threw that away. Wasteful, man. Why don't I just breed them? We're literally getting the villager breeder right now. What are you talking about? What? That's the whole idea. That's the whole plan. How is it always nighttime? I swear I just slept. Okay, no, sir, no, stop. Why do you have to run away instantly every time? Stop it! Get in the boat! No, that was a bet! Oh, God. Every time with these guys. Stop! Get into the boat! Why are you such an evil person? Stop it! Can't have anything nice. Yeah, I hope Rogue doesn't have villagers. I was just trying to get this guy into a hole. Lazy, want to sleep all the time? Apparently so. Jeez, man. Okay, put him down into the hole and then break the boat. Jeez. You're stupid. Do you know this? Do you know this? I think he knows. It bears repeating. Making a 4-stacked iron farm. They are pain. They are pain and suffer. Okay, great. Well, now these guys aren't lined up. This is a very old pathfinding bug where they just, like, repeatedly try this for 1,000,000 years. So I kind of want these guys to be standing on top of some glass panes. And then I guess we're just going to build this into the ground at this point. Into the ground, because that seems easiest. Let's do it going this way, at least. Yeah, look at this. You're stupid! You're stupids! Okay, well, at least that's working. It probably shouldn't be, but it is. Need you guys to stand on top of those glass panes, please! Okay, well, that's a problem now. Right then. There we go! Got him! Ha-ha! Take that! Guys, think you can outplay me? Well, you mostly can, but it's a 9 out of 10 times kind of deal. Yeah, villagers are never nice. They're genuinely never nice. You think there's a cave down there? Probably. I don't think I've ever had a pleasant experience with villagers. Not once. They're always rude. They never offer you, like, a nice meal or a glass of water when you come over to visit. They never offer to take your coat. They just take it. And then you never see it again. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so I think technically I'm supposed to have a trapdoor between these two guys, but they don't seem to really care. I am mildly paranoid about zombies, okay? Mildly. Don't worry, we'll break them all later. Okay, so they made one villager already. PC or console? I'm playing on PC. I think it's the best way to play. I don't think I could ever go back to consoles. Okay, well, we got our villagers back. We threw them in a hole, and now we got just lots and lots of villager breeding happening. And I haven't even given them food yet. So this is great. Now, they are linking to somebody's workstations. And you know what? They're not my workstations. So that is actually a bit of a problem. So probably Rogue Fox, which is my neighbor right over there, has probably got some builds. And we're going to have to work that out. And by work that out, I mean maybe have a slight invasion. And kill some villagers. Linking Slack. Slack has a villager trading hall? No, that seems too far away. They definitely seem like they're going that way. Mine's going to be going a bit underground, too, though. So this is really just temporary to get these guys bred up. Yeah, I think we just kind of throw them down in a hole. For now. No, 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 no. Okay, that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Oop. Go down. Thank you. And then... Don't go into the corner. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, well, this seems like a lovely house. I think they'll be happy here. I don't see them complaining. I don't quite understand villager, but you know what? It doesn't sound like complaining to me. Sounds more like curiosity and like more of, you know, where should we put that hideous painting that we keep carrying around from house to house, you know? But yeah, that should be fine. At least for now. We do need to give them more food, though. I didn't make any lecterns, either. Probably should have done that. Fall down from that height? I don't care. So what? They're little, they'll heal. Maybe we'll stop them from running away if they have broken knees. Is that a boat? Gain brain cells? I hope so, man. They're long overdue on that front. We've been needing them to gain some brain and eat some grains for a long time. Because they just don't know how to stay in their lane. All my resource packs are listed in the Discord server. It's pinned in the help channel. It's mostly just Bedrock tweaks, though. It's really nothing too special. So why can't you compost these? Why? I didn't grab any bone meal. Yeah, 360 Minecraft was definitely a simpler time. A simpler era. Speaking of that, the battle minigame. Anybody remember that? Is Pepper Ridge Farms in the chat? Do they remember? Well, we might be bringing it back. Maybe there's been a bunch of different people that try to recreate battle, with varying levels of success, and a couple of them are currently in the works for Java, but they seem like they're very, very slow going, very slow progress. And then there was one from GM19 on Bedrock Edition, but at the same time, I think that also got abandoned as well because they haven't uploaded for like a year. But they had like a playable game at some point. So I mean that was something. But yeah, I don't know what the progress update on that is. But I still like want to do the thing. I need to like gather a bunch of the maps for it because you know there's like 3 different size maps depending on your lobby size. So it's still I still got to go through and like paste a bunch of those into the world. Maybe we can do that on stream someday. It's like kind of a chill project. But yeah, I still want to bring it back. It's a fairly basic game mode. People have ripped all of the actual assets from Battle from Legacy Console Edition. They've ripped it straight from the game file. So we have all the original maps. We have all like the textures and the assets and like the icons and logos and maybe even the music as well. So there is the potential for a fairly faithful recreation of Battle with the correct set of skills, which I do not have. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, you know? Hey, look at that. We got enough for another bed. Yeah, let's go maybe poke around Rogue's area, and we'll see if They have villager stuff. Seems like they do. It's probably likely, right? Probably likely. A blacksmith, that's cool. It doesn't seem like these have any interiors. I'm guessing they have an underground. No villager stuff up there. Hello? Villagers? No. This looks like, oh, chickens. Lava chickens. This looks like more their industrial side. So probably in here is like storage or maybe down that sneaky little ladder. I don't know. I don't want to poke around too much. That's a lectern. I see lectern. Something was happening over here. Where does this rail line go? So right here. Happy Gas XP farm. What? I'm not sure what the font for the chat is. It's just like whatever the default is. There's a rail line right here. Where is it? Hey, yeah, here we go. Seems like zombies could just get right up in here. Okay, villager is their name. That's fair, I guess. So, how big is this place? We're breaking an entry right now. Storage system. Okay. So 40 blocks from here. That's like 470 and 680. 470, 680 is going to be the corner of the bounding box. Well, we should be outside of range of like the actual bounding box of the village, but also like they just hacked up to 100 blocks away. So we're probably within range. I shouldn't have combined though, right? And then obviously Slack is going to have some villagers over here as well. I don't want to like poke in here too much, but I'm like pretty much guaranteed there's going to be some villager tech in here. Down underneath. I think there's a doorway. Big old door over here. I think they had an iron farm, even. I did see an iron farm at one point. This is looking pretty cool in here, dang. With the lit up ceiling. Oh, they got caves and stuff? Cool. Yeah, I think that might be the villager tech right there. So that seems pretty far away. I don't think Gruva has anything right now. Besides this. Hole in the ground. Hole in the ocean, rather. And it seems like this is the max size that he might be making it. Which is fair. That's totally fair. So our villagers shouldn't have too much of a problem. We might have to move them slightly diagonal, but I think also if we move them downwards, we won't have as much of a problem. But also, what are they right now? They're fishermen? Okay. That's definitely rogue. Yeah, I bet you they got like a ton of decorative barrels and stuff. 100%. So I'm pretty sure their docks down here have a bunch of barrels. Also, they got like, oh, they got a decorative blacksmith and stuff too. Yeah, I got barrel many blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4 barrels. Ah, jeez. Okay, 5 barrels. 6 barrels. 7 barrels. 8, 9, 10 barrels. Is there another barrel behind this? 12 barrels. 14 barrels. 17 barrels. Oh, God. Okay. Well, did I count that one? 20 barrels. 22 barrels? Okay. Well, we might be cooked, chat. We might be cooked. No, they don't link dimension blocks. Those are fake. So interesting. I don't really care if they're fishermen. Because like we have the main trading hall already. I mostly just need to get more villagers. I mean, he unlinked again. So like, I mean, that's fine. If I put down some stuff over here, we should have the possibility, the ability to make some lecterns. Can I make this? Yeah, okay, good. Make it out of 2 different types of slabs. I mean, it seems like we're getting some baby villagers down there. That's good. Maybe they'll become a librarian. All of our babies are gonna become, like, linked to his barrels, pretty much. He's gonna have to start paying, like, child support or something. Corrupting my youth with his barrels or something? I don't know. There's some sort of, like, joke in here somewhere, but I can't quite find it. AKA, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Welcome on in. Make sure to join the Discord server. Get all your perks and stuff. Changing my value help. I should, yeah, it should. Okay. I mean, these guys are really cooking now. Okay, so we have 11 beds. We do need to start working on that sheep. Start working on that sheep. Let's grab some leads. Not that many leads. And then some dye. I saw a sheep over here. I bet he's despawned by now. Sheep! Come with me if you want to live so that I don't kill you. That's how that works. You as well. Did I not drag him as... What? Why, thank you. There he is. Random red sheep. Man, do you guys remember when they added, like, colorful sheep spawning to the world? That was so fun. Like, every biome had their own colorful sheep spawning. That was great. I love that. But now it's just, like, the same vanilla sheep that we've had for last forever. Like, we had, like, blue sheep and green sheep and, like, you know, yellow sheep and red sheep and, like, all these other different sheep spawning based on biome. That was pretty cool. People were upset that it, kind of ruined the rarity of the pink sheep. But the pink sheep was still very rare. It's just, like, you wouldn't really notice. Right? Because right now the pink sheep stands out as, pink because it's the only, like, colorful sheep. Okay. We're gonna throw these guys in a hole real quick. Be great if he could just fall down in there. Just fall down in the hole. Just fall down in the hole. There we go. That's easy. These guys do appear to actually be regrowing fairly quickly right now. Amber, welcome in. Glad you like the videos. I should have a video releasing tomorrow. Sir Sheep the 12th, can you please just come over here? I need you to please just go into this very small one particular block. Thank you. It's not difficult. Okay, you're a little bit chunky. You're gonna have to go into this hole as well. Oh jeez, man. Why do you still try and jump up on something that doesn't exist? Thank you. That's all I needed. Stop jumping. Great, so now that they're in there, we can put a dry grass right there. And those only grow in cardinal directions. And then if we bone meal that, with all this copious amounts of bone meal that we have, then we can just, like, have it grow right there. And then we can just shear these guys really quickly with a dispenser, which we will now make. Or we might even already have a dispenser. We got droppers. That's not even close to the same thing. Been lied to. Oh, hey, do you guys want to get into a rant? I prepared, like, a whole thing for this stream to, like, have a rant. But, like, we just never got into it. I was waiting for, like, a grindy section. Like, I thought we were gonna, like, get off to mine some sand or something, but it just didn't happen. So I feel like I've failed you guys if I don't get this rant in. You just got your wife into Truly Bedrock and Minecraft? Oh, man. That sounds fun. Playing some Minecraft together? That sounds like a good time. Could be fun. There's definitely some shenanigans on Truly Bedrock that could be enjoyable. Maybe. We're only for a specific type of persons, though, you know. Not everybody can get into Minecraft content, right? 6-hour stream of only rants. Only rants? That could be a new platform. We're down for that. We need more shears as well. Yeah, we do need more shears. We're gonna do 4 dispensers. So, multiple dispensers can all shear sheep at the same time, by the way. So if we set this up right, then we'll be good to go. That one's gonna be a bit difficult to install, but we can put a dispenser there. We can put a dispenser there, and one right there, and then take this back. See, our sheep have already eaten. Oh, right, and then we need to put in another dispenser for bone mealing that as well. Ooh, surely I have stuff for that, right? What am I missing? Bow, I think? Give us a rant. Star Wars is nice. Yeah, that was like a whole hour-long video. That was kind of fun. I have 2 rants. I want to start doing more stuff on Silent 2 when it comes to like extra content recorded from streams and whatnot. So, I think we'll get into it. I just need to focus for like 1/10 of a millisecond, and then we can start ranting. We'll just grab a lever for this. This is gonna be a really basic farm. Staff laundry. That was kind of fun. Yeah, well, sometimes we do shenanigans. Let's see. How exactly do I want to do this? I'm not following the tutorial at all right now, but that's fine. This is such a basic build, you don't need to do that. Oh, right, then we gotta do that on the other side, too. Yeah, we kinda need another repeater. Okay, we can compact this down a little bit. It also definitely does not need to be on that fast of a clock. Okay, we'll move the observer clock in. Maybe we'll just get rid of the observer clock entirely. And then, this one's also not getting powered right here. Just a slight problem. How did I do this in the other video? I don't know. Actually. You know what I can do though? I can just like move it up. And then we can just have like redstone all around here like this. And then that'll power all of it. The worst possible solution. Let's do that one. Every time I hear a wandering trader walk around, I think it's a creeper. My creeper senses go off, man. Gotta watch out for the creepers. And also, these guys are gonna come for the villagers, so we gotta watch out for that too. Right then, so this is gonna be our little thing right here. And we'll just do this. Yeah, so this is very simple. We don't have any form of item collection on this yet, but we don't really need it. We will go ahead and make it though. cart, hopper cart. Do I have a rail? I don't have a rail? What kind of Minecraft YouTuber redstone guy doesn't have a piece of rail? Oh God! Why is there just creepers everywhere, man? Didn't I torch spam this area? Thought I torch spammed this area. Reaction time 100 on that one. It's like end the inventory and the guy just comes up out of nowhere. Huh! Bad! Bad Minecraft! Oh, hey, we got a cat. Okay, that's helpful. Minecraft's just trying to keep you on your toes over here. I was just talking about the creeper senses earlier, too. Like 5 seconds ago, I was talking about the creeper senses. Jeez. That one almost got me. It's just a chicken, though. Okay, just a couple of hoppers. And then a couple of chests. We really don't need that much wool, but, you know, this will be fine. Okay, so chest is gonna go, like, right here. And then that goes there. Got a piece of rail. Perfect. Hopper minecart goes right up on top of there. And then we didn't put shears in any of these. So that would explain why it hasn't been producing any items. That's why we didn't need item collection. There's no items. Bring over the creepers to take care of the barrels. That is griefing. But also, I like where you're going. Keep talking. Yeah, so each one of these needs a pair of shears in it. And then that'll give us 4 times shearing power. Like, every time one of these guys grows up... It's that wandering trader again. Setting off the creeper senses. Yeah, every time that the sheeps eat something, they'll go ahead and, you know, get sheared 4 times for the price of 1. It's very good, very productive. Highly recommend. Honestly, such a basic farm. I do have a tutorial for this on the YouTube channel. If you are interested in getting a bunch of wool for very easy, because you put like a lot more dispensers around this, you multiply your wool output tremendously. Just absolutely tons. Fix it after, yeah. Chicken's standing there menacingly. I agree. He is very menacing. Okay, we're gonna drop off all this annoying stuff from the inventory, and then we're gonna go mine some sand so that I have something in the background to rant to. I think that's a perfectly reasonable game plan. We gotta go pick up some shulker boxes for that though. Cool. This seems to be working fine though. Yeah, like that 30 wool, it just went up to, just look at this, it's just going. We just got, oh my god, it just went up so much. Perfect chance. We just got like 23 wool in 1 second, and it's about to be more. So look at that, 53. We're gonna get more twice in a row. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so good, man. It's so good. You really don't need to run it for that long. Why need an item collection of no items? Exactly, right? You're just overcomplicating your stuff at that point. Side note, Liara is using llamas as their main storage system this season. Because they like pain and suffering, basically. So llama caravans. All of those are full of, like, all of their items. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. Okay, so we're gonna go mine a bit of sand. Mostly because I want TNT and lots of TNT. Like, lots and lots of TNT. And then while we do that, I can rant at some things. Yeah, so with that wolf farm, if you set it up with, you know, 12, 15, 18 dispensers, you can get so much more. And yeah, set it up on a fast clock. The Simtic wool farms are also insane too. It's crazy. Just so much wool. If only wool was actually useful for something. Carl Fassi, welcome back for 34 months of resubscribing. Hopefully you're doing well. 700K, thank you very much. I'm excited. I'm excited. Monthly login. It's from Slack's Discord if you want the chest thing. It's not like super handy, but you know, if you're on mobile, it might be more convenient. I think there's a little bit of improvements that I could need, but overall, it's pretty helpful. We have a wardrobe change from Grey Eye an hour ago. Oh, I missed that. Totally missed that. Which one of these looks like a desert adventurer? Definitely not the rubber ducky. I know what you're thinking, though. Oh, here we go. This looks... Yeah, this works. Yeah. Like a little bit of an archaeologist kind of vibe? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. We haven't worn the skin in a while, either. Not too bad. I look like I'm knockoff Zloy, everybody. I'm Zloy, but, like, low class and no building skills. I think we'll break these signs. Fairly safe, actually. Mummy hunting vibes? Yeah. Kind of, sort of safe. Just don't walk anywhere. I want to know where I should go mining, actually. We want, like, deep sand areas that are also kind of flat. Maybe we'll do, like, over here. Do some excavation. Okay, let me see if I can pull up the rant material. I set up a whole slideshow for you guys. Are you excited? I've never done a slideshow presentation on stream before. Okay. You know what? I need to add this capture source to over here. It's not going to work, is it? Just capture. Hold up. Is this going to work? I don't think that's going to work. No, I think we have to move it like this. Please hold. Things are happening. You want a Lytra? You'll get a Lytra this weekend. Patience. Patience. Patience, young Padawan. Let's see. Is it, no, it's not this one. It's, why is this so difficult? Explorer.exe? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's there we go. Okay. Telescopes, everybody. So we're doing a rant about telescopes for the next X minutes in time. And I've set up a premium level slideshow here on the stream for you. And then, you know what? I just need to move this down just you know, let's put it over here. Let's put it over there. And you can see the chat. You can see everyone's live reactions. If we had a viewer counter, you could see that thing go straight down into the ground. But here we go. So, over the last little while, I have become increasingly obsessed with astronomy and telescopes and all sorts of that kind of deal. But this has been a long-running thing. I have been wanting to get an actual telescope for a long time. So you don't actually need to see that right now. It's story time before we get into this. But like I've always been interested in astronomy, you know. It's fun stuff. Universe is great, right? And when I was living in Hawaii, subtle flex, you could actually see like the observatories on top of Mauna Kea from like my house. So you could wake up in the morning and like drink your little tea, like look out the window and see Mauna Kea, and you like see these tiny little white domes of like these billion-dollar crazy telescopes in Hawaii and stuff. It was pretty fun. I actually got to visit them one time, and they're fun. Like the Keck Observatory and all that. It's super cool. I didn't like get to go inside or anything, so you know, maybe one day go visit. Whenever I go back, I definitely want to visit. But we had these these like crazy calendars that we had, like some of their pictures. Really cool stuff. It's a spyglass. That's true. It is a spyglass for spying on heavenly bodies. I did not bring a bed, actually, for this rant. I don't think. Never. It's fine. I don't need a bed, actually. Cool. Thank you. Wonderful server mates. So, it's been a long-running addiction with, you know, being obsessed with astronomy. Not astrology. Two very different things. One is actual real science facts, and the other one is just a whole bunch of, nonsense that doesn't matter. And if you like astrology, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you're probably not gonna listen to me anyway. So, there's that. Jeez. Cool story, bro. Yeah, it is kind of a cool story. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, for the last couple of years, I've been wanting to get myself a telescope because I live in kind of a dark area. And, like, I'm a night owl anyway. So why not, right? I'm living in, like, Bortle 3 right now. If that means something to you, then you know things. If it doesn't, then it just means that there's less light pollution. But you can actually do quite a bit with even a little basic telescope. At least see the moon from, like, wherever you live. But even then, like, you don't need a dedicated telescope for that. You can get some binoculars or something. You'll be able to see the moon pretty well. Pretty up close, right? Hey, if they don't tell me how a Pisces is, how will you know who you are? Yeah, how are you gonna know what your personality is? Okay, side rant. How are you gonna know what your personality is if someone doesn't tell you? Right? How are we going to instantly judge people just based on the time of day / year / minute / second that they were born? Don't worry, guys. Mercury's in retrograde right now, so I'm allowed to say all these things and be abrasive. Anyway, side rant over. So yeah, I've been wanting to get a telescope for like a while now. And I finally did it! I did the thing! Now, this is where our slideshow comes into play. So I'm going to give you a deep dive, now a surface level deep dive on astronomy. So this is like your basic telescope right here. That you probably see that like every kind of kid's toy basically is. Like your classic spyglass, literally like your spyglass based telescope objects. I can't make, you gotta have a crafting table to like to show it to you, but we have that technology. But yeah, basically this is what this is. This is a refractor telescope. So like the lens is at the front, and then it like focuses the light down the tube, and then it goes into the eyepiece at the end, and that's what that is. And then you also got your reflector telescope. This is kind of like your slightly more advanced one, but also, you know, all three of these different types have varying levels of advanced and sophistication, right? So all three of them are perfectly valid for high-level astronomy and astrophotography and all that stuff. But this, you know, just going over the different types here. So the light comes into the front of that, bounces off the back, and then goes up to the front again and into the eyepiece, basically. That's how that works. And then there's your Schmidt Cassegrains. These ones are usually quite a bit wider. So like these can be up to like 14 inches wide, you know. And then they have a mirror at the back, and it focuses that light onto a second mirror. So light comes into the front, hits the back, it goes back up to the front, and then back into the eyepiece in this kind of like diagram. So the focal length is quite long, but your aperture is quite wide, right? So that's, oh, you can't really see that, can you? Here, let me zoom it in for you. You can kind of see it a bit better there. There you go. You can even see my mouse. Hi. Crazy. And then, so when you get into start doing some research, you'll know that there's like two different coordinate systems for finding stars. Because if you want to actually like go look at some things, you kind of got to know where they are, right? So there is altitude azimuth, or alt-az, which is way easier to say. So that's what we'll be saying. And it's also way easier to spell and write. It's just overall a better name. And this is a coordinate system that's based on you. It's relative to where you are in the world, right? So, you know, it's kind of like, I don't have a good demonstration of what it is, but it's relative to you. So if you move around, it moves with you, basically, right? And then you have your normal coordinate system, and this is based on like the actual planet itself. So if you move, you're moving through the coordinate system, right? So if you know the coordinates of star, that's where it always is, right? If you're using this coordinate system. Whereas if you get the coordinates of a star without as, then that changes. It moves and it changes throughout the night as the stars move across the sky. So this is relevant for the type of mount that you use, because there's alt-as mounts and then there's equatorial mounts, which are two very different things. Two very different things. Slick Fox, hi, how you doing? Can you guys see that very well? But yeah, here's like the coordinate system for like actual stars and stuff. As you can see, it's based on where the planet is. You know, it's got your degrees and minutes and hours and all that fancy stuff. You know, all the things that you would expect. Where are we at in my presentation? Please hold. Right. So you got your basic mounts. Normally these are gonna have like some sort of little knob on there that you just kind of churn to adjust it. And, you know, overall kind of horrible. I genuinely wouldn't recommend this kind of thing unless you're doing like land-based observations, in which case it's going to be fine for you. Maybe for the moon you could do something, and you know, if you really want to fiddle around with it, you could have some sort of mount with some little knobs on there that you can twist and turn to get it aligned to what you want to see. I had one of those originally. I had like, you know, a little reflector with a manual equatorial mount, which is just the worst thing ever. A manual alt-as is much easier to manage, but as you can see, equatorials get complicated with the math and the latitudes and the declination and the right ascension and the polar alignment and the weights and the knobs and the twisty turnies and listen, it's complicated if you want to try and do that manually. But luckily, we're living in the 21st century, and gone are the days are Galileo. Now we can use our smartphones to help guide us to stars, right? So these are the StarSense telescopes, right? It is a part of technology that we have. So this uses like your phone camera to help guide you to things. I haven't used one of these, and I decided not to get one of these. I was looking into it, and I was like, oh, this has the manual mounts. Bleh, nasty, gross, get out of here. Disgusting. What is this? We have a notification. We got a super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, James. Yet again. Tuition for Professor Silent. This is a very topical overview of the hobby that I've now gotten myself very deeply into over the last month. Listen, I've had a telescope in my Amazon Save for Later cart for like 3 years now. And I finally bit the bullet and it was like, okay, what do I need to know about telescopes? And now I'm passing that information along to you. This is definitely not a ploy to have this be a tax write-off. Definitely not. Anyway, so I wouldn't really recommend this, but you know, if you have one, it could be kind of fun. But it also relies on your smartphone camera, and I'm not sure how reliable that would be. But hey, you know, it could be fun. But what's better than that is an automatic alt-as mount. This is sweet. So I got one of these, and this is definitely like the way to go. If you are wanting to actually get into the hobby, get like a Nexstar 4SE. People sell these things used all the time. You can get a great deal on one, like I did, and you'll be set. Because how this works is you can literally just go point it at like any 3 stars in the sky. It'll do a little bit of math. It'll figure out exactly where it is, and then it will automatically slew or move. We're using fancy terminology now, and it'll automatically slew to the position that you tell it to go to. So you can align it on like, you know, Polaris, and then like a couple other stars, and it should just do some math. You put in like your coordinates or your rough location using like city and time zone and date and stuff. That's a little bit annoying to do it manually, but don't worry, we'll get to that. And then yeah, it can just like automatically know and calculate where everything is, and then it can take you on a little tour. It can like show you some things. It can track the moon. But this is alt-as. Now the thing about alt-as is that when you are tracking something across the sky, we gotta go back. When you're tracking something across the sky, it is going to rotate within your field of view. So if you're trying to do astrophotography, which I guess I'm trying to get into now. I am trying to get into. It's going to rotate in your field of view, clockwise, counterclockwise, whichever way it's going, based on your hemisphere. Now, if you want to avoid that subtle rotation over the hours, then you have to get an equatorial mount. Ta-da! And these things are stupidly expensive because everything in astronomy is. We'll get into that as well. Don't you worry about it, but look at all these. So every equatorial mount, or at least the automated ones, have a little bit of a manual alt-as built in because you're supposed to align these things with polar alignment to either the north or south pole. So usually they'll come with like a little hole in them or something that you can use to align a Polaris. And then when you fire them up, they'll also have a hand controller, and then you will basically be pretty well good to go because it already knows that it's lined up on Polaris before you even turn it on. And then you still got to do a little bit of alignment and tracking, so you slew to a couple different stars, and then it will, you know, realize any discrepancies within its internal gears, because of course, you know, there's no such thing as like a perfect mechanism, right? So it'll self-adjust, right, to help you get better tracking and better alignment, all those sorts of deals. We'll get into that later, maybe. Don't want to get too far into the weeds now. What's next in my slide? I forget. Oh yeah, so this is what an actual star might look like if you look through a telescope, by the way. You're not going to see anything too crazy if you're just like looking with your eyeball, right? So there's that. It's basically a point of light. The smaller it is, the more in focus you are. And that's, you know, this one's even got like a little bit of aberration around the edges. But that's basically what it's going to be, right? Excuse me, I'm trying to give a tutorial on how to spend a lot of money on things that you probably shouldn't. So, then we have actual planets. Ta-da! You might actually see a planet or two. I actually did see Saturn 2 nights ago. That was really cool. Like, actually being able to see, like, other planets with your own 2 eyes. Man, it's so cool. But it's not going to be too crazy. As you see, even with the stream compression and then the YouTube compression and all that, it's going to be pretty similar to this. I saw it, like, with the rings dead on, but we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, it's not going to be anything too crazy. Like, if you want to look at a nebula with your plain eye, it's basically going to look like a little bit of a cotton ball. I haven't been able to see a nebula yet. We'll get to that as well. You're definitely not going to be seeing anything like this with your own eyes. This is, unless you are physically the James Webb Space Telescope or Hubble, you ain't seeing things like that. Now, that being said, if you get some proper astrophotography gear and a good rig going, you might actually be able to do something like this, where you can take a bunch of images and a bunch of long exposure images, stack them together, and as long as you're tracking and alignment and your gear's all set up pretty well, then, you know, you might be able to make some pretty cool things like this. Now, you also have the ability to do... I jumped too far ahead. This is pretty much what that kind of rig is going to look like. This is like $5,000. So, you know, careful what you get yourself into. You might accidentally spend your life savings. And then that's like a medium grade astrophotography rig as well. These things get expensive. There's mounts that are $5,000. Okay, so listen, it's stupid. It's stupid, but it's fun. It's stupid. But you might also be able to do some solar astrophotography as well. Obvious note here of like, don't point anything at the sun unless you're professional. I did get a solar filter for my telescope, so I definitely want to try this. Definitely gonna go stare at the sun through an overly expensive eyeball and see what happens, right? But I mean, that's pretty sweet. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then if you also do a little bit of better photography, then you might be able to see some things like this. This is pretty nice. Like, that's a great picture of Jupiter. I'd be super happy with that. If my pictures came out like that, man, that'd be sweet. Seeing Mars and stuff like that, that's so cool, right? Yeah, it's definitely false color images with the nebulas and all that too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, our eyes are not nearly as good as they could or should be. So we have to supplement our eyes with, you know, professional optics and cameras and DSLRs or specific astrophotography cameras and stuff like that, which is a little bit unfortunate, but your eye can't take a long exposure image no matter how much you try. So you're not going to be able to see these crazy colors of nebulas and all these things. Now, if you're lucky, I think you might be able to see, if you get really lucky, you might be able to see some of the aurora on Jupiter and Saturn, because they do have crazy auroras. But I think you have to be pretty lucky to like get the timing of that down, and then also see like the faint colors. You might be able to do that with your eyes. I might be making some stuff up here. Also, is that top planet in this image like Neptune or Uranus or something? I'm not sure. It could be. I mean, it's, you know, pale blue dot of some sort. Maybe Pluto? I kind of doubt it, though. Pluto's more white. Anyway, so, I mean, you could also look at the moon. This was made with, like, a generic DSLR and also a Nexstar 8SE with, like, an Alt-Az mount. So, I mean, clearly, you can do some really insane stuff with a not super expensive setup, but we'll get into prices later, because this stuff is stupid. But yeah, look at that image. That is so cool. Now, that is actually real color as well. There is a little bit of blue and red on the moon. I believe it's from, like, titanium and aluminum or something. But your eyes can't pick that up normally. But this is with a bunch of exposure images and stacking and software and stuff like that in Photoshop. A little bit of post-processing enhancement. But that's, like, amateur astrophotography right there. So, pretty awesome. Like, that's such a good picture. I would be, like, insanely happy if I got anything near that, right? This is super cool. Astral Project, free cam IRL, that would be pretty sweet. Spectator mode IRL, I'm pretty sure that's called being a ghost. In August 2025, there will be a 6-planet solar alignment. What? That's exciting. I gotta get my scope figured out before then. We'll get into that as well. But anyway, what's next in my slideshow? Yeah, so you can do some basic astrophotography just with, like, your cell phone, because they make these little holders that you can just, like, plug your cell phone onto pretty much anything with an eyepiece. A microscope, some binoculars, a telescope, really anything you want. It's a little bit finicky. Like, I have this exact one. Smartphone not included. It does say smartphone not included on that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it does not come with a smartphone, guys. That looks like a 2004 smartphone. It's got the home button on it still. Bro, it would be cheaper if they did give you one. Nobody wants those anymore. But yeah, you can do it. It's definitely a little bit finicky. I had to, like, readjust it every time I took it on and off, which, like, shouldn't happen. It's got some pretty serious little twisty knobs on there. Anyway, or you can go serious with your astrophotography cameras. And they got cameras all the way from $600 up to $4,000. And then, you know, they also have the $15,000 camera. It's pretty stupid. So as much money as you feel like burning, you will certainly have the opportunity to burn as much as your heart desires. As much as your heart personally desires. But hey, look, it's got free 2-day shipping on it. I mean, that's worth $15,000. I mean, it's something. It's a bonus. Now, we're not even going to touch on filters or eyepieces or Barlow filters or cameras, guide scopes or guide cameras, because we ain't got time for all that. Listen, I got to mine some more sand, and we got to talk about so many more topics. Jeez. There's a lot. So, as deep as you want to get into these things... Okay, maybe we can talk about them a little bit. As deep as you want to get into this hobby, you can. But the filters help you block certain wavelengths of light so that, you know, there's like a moon filter, so it's not blindingly bright. That can be really helpful. I do have a little bit of a filter kit that came with my scope. We'll talk more about that in a minute as well. But these are really helpful just for, like, playing around with things and generally bringing out different colors on stuff. Of course, there's a bunch of different eyepieces and lenses. You know, the smaller your millimeter eyepieces, the more magnification that you get. You don't get zoom, you get magnification. And then, of course, there's Barlow filters. These can be 2 times or 3 times or 4 or 5 times magnification, basically. But your field of view shrinks whenever you magnify too much. There's also reducers as well. So if you have a really high focal length, you can get a reducer, and that will make your telescope faster. Which we don't have time to get into, mostly because I don't fully understand it, but don't worry about it, it's fine. And then you got guide scopes as well. This basically helps you track your stars and helps you get better alignment and better tracking and better auto tracking for astrophotography, because you want extremely good, extremely accurate tracking. That way you don't get star trails when you are trying to take a picture of things that are millions of light years. Okay, maybe not millions, tens of thousands of light years away. Probably tens of that. That seems likely. Deep space objects are far away, and you need incredible tracking and alignment in order to keep those things in a stable, steady position for, you know, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10-minute tracking, 10-minute exposures, right? So I have not gone down the rabbit hole of guide scopes or guide cameras yet, but I know eventually I will need one. So, woo! So this is what a more professional rig looks like, but obviously with horrible cable management. I just wanted to point this out because it's funny to laugh at. Like, you spent like $8,000 on this and it looks horrible. But wait, there's worse! Oh my god, look, it's just, oh my god, it's horrible. Listen, we use them at nighttime. Nobody needs to know. Nobody will see it. Listen, the stars can't judge you, but I can. So it's pretty funny. So these telescopes are mildly expensive if you do want to buy them used. I would highly recommend that you go for used gear, because unless you actively throw something down the stairs, you are pretty fine off with some used gear, right? It's all pretty durable stuff. Only thing I would maybe be somewhat careful about is like the actual scope itself, or the optical tube assembly, or the OTA. Listen, I've gone down the rabbit hole with all the lingo. Not all the lingo, but a little bit. Just enough to pretend like I know what I'm talking about on stream. But yeah, the A-to-C is like $1,500 new, so obviously I didn't want to do that. But I got one used with like a whole bunch of extra stuff for a fairly good deal on the eBays. But you can usually find one for like $800 maybe, like the 8SE. If you want to get a 4SE, which is 4 inches wide instead of 8 inches wide, still perfectly capable telescope. Just doesn't collect as much light, you know. These telescopes are just light collection tubes, essentially. That's all they do. They just collect and focus light. But you can find really good deals. Marketplace, Craigslist, Cloudy Nights, Class Fields. But I think you're gonna have a pretty old account to be able to do anything on Cloudy Nights. It's like 180 days or something. It's like stupid. It's like, okay, I want to use your website, but I'm locked out for 180 days. Thanks. Useful. But yeah, there's definitely ways. eBay, maybe Mercari. Mercari is so expensive though. Generally, you'll have a pretty easy time finding a used scope or mount. Tripods and basically any other accessory on the planet, difficult to find. Lenses and Barlows, you can find those though. But then there's also, yeah, see, this is the 4SE. It's like $500 new. So like you can find those used for pretty good deals, because a lot of times people will upgrade their stuff and then, you know, they'll sell whatever their secondary original scope was. And like these are new prices, so you can definitely get a good deal if you look around a little bit, if you're interested in the hobby. Or you can go the complete opposite direction and try and get yourself an equatorial mount, and those are at least $1,000 new. For the advanced AVX, I believe is the lowest grade Celestron one. That's $1,000, brand new. But that one's also not really that great. So then the next step up from that is the C-Gym 2. $2,000 new. Generally, you can find it used for like 12 or 15 though. But the step up from that one, basically identical but a little bit better, is the that's a really low quality image. I thought it would render out better. You got the Skywatcher EQ5R Pro, EQ6R Pro, whatever it is. Can you see some of Jupiter's moons with binoculars? Yeah, you can actually. It's pretty cool stuff, especially if you got like a really clear night, like in Hawaii. You can definitely do that. Hawaii's got great optics. Now you also need to be aware of like your actual viewing conditions where you live as well. Like you don't want to go overboard without knowing where you are sitting with the light pollution. If you live in the middle of a city, you probably shouldn't go out and get something crazy. But if you travel a lot to somewhere, you know, family, you got someone living out in the boonies with like cornfields all around or something, or a good empty backyard, you can have a good time. There are maps online where you can check out your Bortle grade, which is just a way of measuring light pollution. Uses Google Maps and stuff like that. And pretty much anywhere Bortle 3 or 4 or lower, you're like totally set. You can do some great viewing, some great astrophotography. But also there's like things like air turbulence and just weather and clouds and things like that. The more that the stars are twinkling, basically the worse your seeing is. Yeah, if you live in a city, don't. You'll still be able to see like maybe Venus and the moon and obviously some of the brighter things, but generally you're gonna have a harder time. People can do it, but that's like with really good rigs and a lot of work and a lot of dedication. Luckily, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I can do whatever I want. So that's cool. Nobody will hear me scream about seeing Saturn in the telescope. So that's cool. Actually, they might, but you know, whatever. They can judge me. We'll get to that later. So this mount right here is also $2,000. It's stupid. Oh yeah, no, okay, now here's an actual rant section. So I found one of these, the Siege M2, but it was just the mount head of it. Just the top, no tripod. And it was for an amazing deal. Amazing deal on eBay. Like literally, it was $600. That's how much it was. Okay, listen, it sounds like it's $2,000 normally, okay? Don't judge me. It's an incredible deal. Look at that. 600 bucks for this? But it didn't come with a tripod. So that's where the problem comes from. Okay. Now I did my research beforehand before I like bid on the thing. Okay, I did my research. I didn't just make an impulse purchase. Not entirely. Not entirely. Sold. I know, right? It's a good deal. If I want to, I can resell it and probably make some money for it. Now, the thing about this is that the tripod is listed on B&H Photo. I have a real gripe with B&H Photo because it's listed here. This is the exact tripod for it. 300 bucks, reasonable, comes with weight. Those weights are stupidly expensive. We ain't got time for that. It's not actually for sale on B&H Photo. They have a listing for it. It shows up in Google. The only place on the internet that it shows up. They do not sell this. As you can see, it says ask an expert. It's not for sale. It is not for sale. It's only a listing for the information. Yeah. So this is the stupid tripod. Now I did a full week of research trying to find this tripod because the auction ended before I realized that B&H Photo didn't sell the tripod. So then I had this 40-pound mount head. Oh yeah, by the way, these things are very heavy. By the way, they are incredibly heavy. Just the head of this thing is like 30 pounds. It's huge. Like when this stands up, it's like 5 feet tall. It's literally ghillie sized. It's stupid. With the scope on there and stuff, it's actually human sized. But I did a full week of research. I even went and made a Reddit post, so that's how desperate I got. I made a Reddit post asking anybody like, hey, what can I do to try and get a replacement for this thing? I even emailed Celestron. They took like a week to get back to me. And they were like, yeah, we have one you can buy. It's $460. It's like, what? But yeah, I have to be really desperate to make any form of Reddit post or asking people on the internet for information because I'm not special. I know any issue that I have, 100,000 other people have also had. And there's probably a 12-year-old Reddit post with 3 upvotes that has my exact solution. But after a bunch of digging, I did find out that the exact mount for the EQ6R Pro, the tripod is exactly the same for both of them. So I got this off of B&H Photo. They still got my money. And it was like 200 bucks. It's like, good deal. It's like, fine. Okay, sure, whatever. I still have to buy the stupid counterweights separate, though, because reasons. Because those are stupid. Also, astrophotography, or just astronomy in general, is generally expensive. This is a screw. It's like the head of this thing is like maybe an inch wide. And it is, wait for it, it is $27 for that screw. And you know what's better than that? It's on back order. So people are actually buying that. It is stupid. Actually, your Gilly's always catching strays. Listen, it's funny. I needed something to keep chat's attention, okay? somehow we haven't lost all the stream viewers. I'm glad you guys are buying the rant. I'm making you fall for educational content. Haha. So that's a thing. You can sign up for an email list for when it's gonna be back in stock. It's literally just the screw that goes onto the end of this weight bar so that your weights don't fall off. It's literally just a screw, my guys. It costs less than 3 cents to make it. Oh yeah, I got my telescope. I set it up. Great. And here's my first picture of Saturn, guys. It looks so good. It's so good, guys. Granted, this was through a window, but it's so good. Yeah, it looks worse on stream. But don't worry, you know what? It's the compression helps me here because it's way blurrier on my end. Listen, shut up. It got caught a grain of rice by Smedrix, and I don't blame them. So Prince of that. Yeah, kids first astrophotography image. I was really trying to get it to focus. It just wouldn't. I was looking through a window, and I think that's what really killed it. I had like one of those stupid storm windows up. I couldn't get it down, so it's like, oh, guess I'll just deal with it. But also my culmination was probably off as well. And what's culmination, you'll ask? It's focusing of your second ring on a Smith Cassegrain. Do you remember 25 pictures ago? Hold up, let's go all the way back. Hold up. Do you remember, no, hold up. Do you remember this? Yeah, so the light comes in, it bounces off of your primary mirror, which is adjustable via tiny knob. By the way, you can twist that thing 70 times from one end to the other. So I had fun figuring out where the middle of that is, and like which one's actually which way to focus it. And that's fun. Anyway, so light bounces off your primary mirror, it goes to your secondary mirror, and this has 3 little screws on the back of it that you can adjust, kind of like its own little tiny tripod, like a little bubble, level. Kind of like 3 little legs that you can use to slightly twist and churn and change the orientation of that mirror. And that's basically what culmination is. And I don't really know how to do it, but you know what? We got it to a point where it's okay. So here you can see a little bit of culmination. So if you unfocus your mirror, then you can, your primary mirror, then you can see a little bit of artifacting and how the light bends and churns. And then that'll give you an idea of how bad your culmination is. And then you can adjust those tiny little screws, trying not to damage your primary piece of glass on the front, whatever that's called. I forget the name of it right now. Listen. Yeah, it's kind of a pain. I still don't really know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, some more information there for you. Basically, don't mess it up. Otherwise, you will break. Well, you probably won't break something. If you break something, then you're obviously doing it very wrong. But you might scratch your corrector plate, collector, lens, whatever the big thick piece of glass on the front of it is. Anyway, words. But then I got this picture of Polaris with my phone. Now I'm not sure why there's the diffraction spikes to either side. I'm not sure if those even are diffraction spikes. It's probably because of the dew, if I had to guess. But we'll get to that in a minute. This is a very long rant. That's a good 2,000 hours scratching a lens. Yeah, I think if you scratch it, like, you're not going to have that big of a deal. Because, you know, it's going to be a very small impact on your things. But yeah, that's my first actual picture of a star. Maybe not my very first one, but like the best out of the pictures that I took. And then, wait for this, boom, Saturn, everybody. I got a picture of Saturn. It's a little bit overexposed, but it's better than the other one. I think my culmination's still a little bit better off, or still a little bit worse than it should be. But I actually got to saw Saturn with my own 2 eyes, and it looked pretty good. It looked way better than obviously that picture. Because I was still messing around with like the pro settings on my phone and, you know, exposure rates and ISO levels and, you know, all that stuff. And we don't have time to get into photography basics in this rant, so we just won't do that right now. But overall, it looked like at least 6 times better than that image right there. It's like genuinely pretty cool. Rings are dead on, so it's just like a flat sliver. I didn't see any moons or anything, but again, it was like a fairly clear image, even though I had at least a gallon of dew on the front of my scope. This is not my picture. Don't try and analyze it. But yeah, look at this. This is what dude looks like. Mine was worse than this. I think I was literally in a cloud. The telescope was covered in water. The lens was covered in water. I was covered in water. Everything was covered in water. And it's just disgusting. Mountain Dew, I'm pretty sure I was doing the dew. I'm pretty sure that's how that happens. So what happens here is this is temperature differentials causing moisture in the air to collect on things. Now, it's not just standard condensation, because that generally happens when hot air touches something cold. Like if you don't have air conditioning in your house and you get a bunch of water on the outside of your toilet, like the back of the toilet, the tank, which happens with mine, that's because hot air, which is larger, holds more moisture than cold air, which is smaller. So, hot air touches the cold outside of your toilet bowl tank thing. Not the bowl, the tank. And then it becomes cold air, and then it leaves all that water behind. And then you just get a bunch of condensation. Same thing happens on a cold glass of water. Probably the more sanitary explanation than literally toilets, but alas, I am too far in now. This is because... It might also be because of that. But anyway, this is basically because your lens is too cold. So it's losing heat very easily to the atmosphere. So you can put a little cone around this thing. We have a picture of this accidentally. But you can put a little cone around this thing, and that will help collect or keep some of that heat in. But it's basically just kind of delaying the inevitable at that point. What you really need is you need a dew heater. Now, I spent all day yesterday going down this rabbit hole, because it's also stupid. So, there's two different methods. You can get these little dew heater straps. They're fairly cheap. They're not too bad. It's kind of a pain to get the right size, and because I have an 8-inch telescope, it does not... No one sells them the right size unless you want to spend 70 bucks. But also, these wrap around the outside edge of your telescope. Now, you can also get these for cameras and guide scopes and all these different things. Really, any form of optics that you're going to be using outdoors, you can pretty much get one of these little warmers for. Now, the warmer itself, not too bad. There's also the ring, which is the one that I got. This goes directly on top of your collector plate, whatever the big piece of glass on the front's called, right by your secondary lens. And it just heats that up. And it basically, you don't want to crank the heat too high, because then you're also going to see the literal heat waves in your optics, and it's going to ruin your imaging. You want to keep it just a couple of degrees above whatever your dew point is. And also, that helps you save battery power, but I'm not worried about batteries because I bought myself a 100-foot extension cord, and I'm just running power from my garage. And that's way better than a $200, like, battery backup, like, power supply thing. We'll get into that. We'll get into... Listen, there's a lot of things. So now how do you power these things? Well, it's stupid. Guess what? Celestron has a solution, and it is $400. And I wasn't about to do that. That is ridiculous and stupid. So I decided to spend all day of yesterday and not do anything productive, but instead look up how to keep some slight piles of moisture off of a piece of glass. That was my day yesterday. That's what I did. That's what I spent yesterday doing. So now you can get your own custom little controller. I don't have a picture of that, but basically it's like this one. This is technically a smart system, so it detects the atmospheric temperature and like the moisture level, and then it like auto smart adjusts the temperature of your dew heater. So it's kind of cool, but like $400, $270. You can get these for $90, but then they also want to sell you a $90 AC power adapter. And that's pretty stupid as well. So it's pretty much just a scam either way you go. Now, if you go to Amazon, I found a video where you can literally just solder together your own one using an RGB dimmer controller, because these are basically just pulse width modulation, PWM controllers. And I was literally gonna go down the rabbit hole of like learning how to solder, because I've never done that. And then like buying all the little bits and pieces and like getting the thing and like converting this from like just straight up wires into like RCA connectors. That way I can plug it directly into this stupid guy, or like USBs, or like whatever, or like just like straight up, what do you call it? Just like straight up little jacks. But I decided that none of this stuff was any good, so I decided to just throw all this away And instead, what I'm doing is I'm just getting one of these little dudes, which is exactly the same thing with PWM. It's just like a little controller thing for LED RGB strips. That's what these little guys down here for. Just like plug this in to a AC adapter, and then plug it into you gotta get one of these pretty much. This is later on, but yeah, you just like plug that in. It's like it just works, and it's like 30, 40 bucks. Soldering isn't hard. No, it's not. I just haven't done it before. I'm pretty sure I have the stuff for it. I just, I haven't done the thing. Haven't learned how to do the thing. So, I was going to go down the whole rabbit hole and spend like 50 bucks on getting like all the different little bits and pieces that I needed. But this is for like 3, and I really only need the 1. This was a 2-pack for like an extra $1. So I figured this is probably super cheap and it's probably going to break anyway. So I'll get a second one. And then if I need another little bit of a dew heater for my guide camera at some point, or my other optics or whatever, then I have a second one. But yeah, now I went ahead and I kind of jumped ahead, a little bit of a jumping of the shark, and I went ahead and got one of these little things. I looked it up. These are actually super cheap, first of all, for astrophotography things, 60 bucks, whereas normally like these kinds of power hubs are like $300. And this is gonna like balance out all your electrics and your currents and your loads and all the things, and stop you from zapping or power surging or whatever might happen. Electrical term here. That'll keep you from zapping all your electronics that you plug into it. So this can power the mount and cameras and guide scopes and like all these different things and dew heaters and all those. So I just went ahead and like got that now. That way I don't need to buy a separate AC adapter just for the dew heater. I could buy the AC adapter for this thing and then power the dew heaters off of that, and then they'll save me a little bit of money going forward, but not too much there. And then I think that was the end of my presentation. But basically, I have gone through probably 1,000 different tabs, literally 1,000 different like tabs on Reddit and Cloudy Nights and just like different places, doing research for these things over the last couple weeks slash month, and trying to really dive into this hobby. And I'm taking it slow right now, but I currently have the A2C with an all-as mount, and I have the C-Gym 2. I haven't used the C-Gym 2 quite yet, because it's very heavy. I want to build like a little cart for it, and then it's pretty nice to have both of them actually, because I can do like the serious astrophotography with the C-Gym, and then if I want to do something more portable, I can use the alt-as. But I'm probably just gonna sell the alt-as because I don't really need it. But it's still a great deal either way. I probably could have saved some money if I just did straight up just the C-Gym 2, and then just found the telescope on its own without having to get the mount. But it is what it is, right? It's fine. I got so much free stuff with the stuff that I bought. Like basically the 2 guys that I bought from just completely sold out their entire hobby, which was crazy. So I literally have like over $4,000 worth of like stuff, and I definitely did not spend anywhere near that amount of money. I promise you. I'm way too cheap for that. But they gave me a bunch of extra freebies in there. Like I got extra carrying cases for the telescope itself. That's like 200 bucks. I got a carrying case for like the actual C-Gym mount head. That was like $400. Who buys these things? I didn't, but I got it for free. Got a bunch of lenses and like filters and like cleaning kits and like all these things for sort of free. Not really, but like I have extra stuff I can get rid of. Definitely don't want really all of that. But that's pretty much where I'm at with that. I will be using the telescope hopefully a lot more over the next couple of weeks. Once I get that dew heater in, then I'll be back to business. Just don't really want to use it without that dew heater, because it was like literally a gallon of water, and now I gotta go clean that plate because it was like, yeah, it was ridiculous, the amount of water that was on there. And then it all dried off and like left behind all this like kind of residue and stuff. It's like, well, great, what am I gonna do now? Technically, yeah, sure, you can just use a hair dryer to remove the moisture from your lens, but again, you kind of risk like overheating it, and then you got those heat waves affecting your optics, and then also you're still kind of evaporating that moisture, so you're leaving behind all the gunk. And also, if I'm out there in the middle of my yard using a hair dryer at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., pretty sure my neighbors are gonna call, maybe not the cops, but definitely like some sort of insane asylum. I don't think that's normal human behavior. So I would like to avoid that, because you would definitely be able to hear that for a while. So I mean, technically, you know, my rights and all that, but also, you know, my perception to my neighbors mildly important, I guess. I don't know. I don't talk to them, so maybe they don't care. Normal human behaviorism, if that's true. Let's see. Why am I still on this box? What else have I got? We got this, I guess. What's a cool thing to show you? Yeah, so I'm trying to avoid this. That's basically what I'm trying to avoid. And then basically, you see this like little ring around the outside edges? That is what I am replacing with a dew heater. This has been a 47-minute rant about me getting into astrophotography. We haven't even really talked about astrophotography yet, because I don't really know what I'm talking about with that. But basically, I'm going to try and use that alt-az mount a whole bunch, try and get familiar with that, get into the hobby a lot more, just learn things a whole lot, and then use my phone for some things, try and learn a bit more about photography as well, because obviously I know a little bit, just being a YouTuber, but I haven't like messed around with cameras a whole lot. I do have a fairly old camera. I think it's literally 2007, something that we got in Hawaii, so like it's pretty old. Generally, you can use a DSLR for astrophotography, but you need like a T-ring adapter to actually put it onto the front of your scope, and that's only like 20 bucks, no big deal. But you also want to be able to take the front lens off of your DSLR. That way, it's just like straight up the light sensor itself, and my camera definitely does not do that. So I don't think I can really use my camera for this, and also it's so old anyway that it's kind of like, I think I can literally buy this camera for $20. But you can get pretty good deals for cameras on eBay. Again, especially if you're not looking for lenses, just like the straight up body. Like a $600 camera on Amazon, you get like 200 bucks on eBay. Obviously, you always run the risk of like, you know, getting a dud, but Amazon or eBay has pretty decent buyer protection. I haven't been burned so far. So, I'd be willing to take that bet. And then, yeah, so then you can also plug in like your whole system to a laptop and control everything from a laptop. Now, I do have a little Wi-Fi module, because with these mounts, these alt-az mounts, they make a little Wi-Fi adapter. Well, yeah, I guess it was these ones. So they make a little Wi-Fi adapter where you can connect this to your phone, and then it automatically puts in your time, date, and location, which saves you a ton of time. And then you can just like click on something with your phone, and it'll automatically slew to that target, and then it'll go look at it for you, and it'll like automatically track it for you, and it's like super cool, man. So that's pretty sweet. I have not used that with my scope yet, because it's a little bit finicky getting that stupid thing to work. But when it does work, it's great. Yeah, so you missed the part where I said don't buy these things used or new, because obviously that is stupidly expensive. eBay, great place to go. Everybody usually bundles some extra bonus things with their setup, because a lot of people get into this hobby, they buy a bunch of new stuff, it's too expensive, then they don't have the time or the good light levels or good seeing, and then you know, they don't use it enough, and then they try and sell it and, you know, make some of their money back. So you can usually find some pretty good deals from my experience. I got 2 really good deals, and I'm gonna be selling some of my extra bonus gear at whatever price I can really get for it. Again, just to try and make some of that back, because I still gotta get like some extra gear. But yeah, you can like set up your camera to a laptop for astrophotography, see what your camera sees on your laptop, control it all from there. You can control your entire mount from your laptop. You can do so much cool stuff, man. It's actually really cool how it like automatically just does things. And then if you have a guide scope and a camera, then those generally have a much wider field of view. So those can, from my limited knowledge on this subject, again, I haven't deep dived yet. I'm trying not to spend money on that aspect quite yet, but in a couple months I'll try and get there. So maybe sometime in the fall once I have a bit more experience. Try not to burn too much money immediately. But yeah, that has a much larger field of view, I'm pretty sure. So that detects little minute fluctuations in where the stars should be, and that can help you automatically adjust your tracking. That way you can do much longer exposures. Because doing a 1-minute exposure is better than doing like 6-10 second exposures. You just get much more detail and color and all these things. But then there's also like the image stacking software and post processing and like all these things, and I have not had the time to look into all that yet, and I'm honestly not too worried about it because my current pictures look like, well, not this anymore, but they did look like that. But they currently look like this and this. But that was with like a ton of dew, so I'm hoping that quite a bit of this like artifacting and stuff is from the dew. I'm not sure, again, what's up with these big spikes. Not sure what's up with that. That might just be my camera. I did actually, this is unrelated, but I broke my camera lens, dropped my phone, and it's like the first time in like 8 years that I've dropped it, and it's actually taken damage. But I completely shattered my camera lenses on my phone. But luckily, that's $5 on Amazon, so, you know, that wasn't too big of a deal. But there could be like a tiny little bit of like fuzz inside my camera lens or something. Maybe a little bit of grime or something, or just the dew causing these like crazy lines right here. So I'm not sure what's up with all that, but hopefully I get that sorted out, and then that'll be pretty fun. And then we can have some much better pictures. And then I'll definitely keep you guys updated on this. But that's generally my entire hour-long rant on astrophotography and astronomy, and definitely hating on astrology because it's silly, and you should not do silly things like that unless you really enjoy it. I mean, just in case, you know, I can't fault you too much, but you know, take whatever it says with a grain of salt, because stars are great, but they don't really determine anything about your life. They're just cool to look at, my man. They're just pretty sweet. So that's basically my entire rant. How would you guys rant? How would you rant my rate? Are you irate about my rant? Ah, yes, Polaris, which is the pole star, which is also a pulsar. Yeah, something like that. It's great. Did we actually get 5 shulkers of sand? Oh, dang, we actually did. That's great. I didn't think we would actually get that much sand. But, here we are. I almost broke the shovel. You tuned out after 2 minutes. That's fair. I expect nothing else from you. Whose village did I destroy? No content. No comment at this time. Listen, you know what? As long as you enjoyed the sand mining, I got no quarrels. Got no quarrels of your kind. 4.5, I can do better. I probably can. I'm sure. 5 out of 10. Oof. Oof. The regulars are hating on me tonight. When I was looking for stuff, one of the highest definition amateur photos of Jupiter was composited from over 100,000 images. That's crazy. 100,000 images. Wouldn't like the clouds and stuff of Jupiter change over that many pictures? And like you would have trouble stacking? I mean, maybe not, but like those clouds are moving at like, isn't it like 1,000 kilometers an hour or something? Seems like you would notice that. But yeah, people go crazy with the astronomy setups. Again, there's some mounts that are literally $5,000 new, and like if you see a picture of like what. So hold up, can I bring this back up again? I know we had our differences already. Is this gonna pull it back up? Where is it at? I think I need to pull this up. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, okay. It wants this specific picture. Anyway, so if you look at like the geez, not that. You could just I can just drag an image into OBS. Did not know I could do that. That's actually really convenient. For future reference, I can do that. But yeah, if you look at the legs on this, those are like maybe 3/4 an inch. And then the legs on an alt-as mount are like maybe an inch wide, like an inch round. If you see that there. So it's still a pretty solid setup. This mount really is at its very limits for an 8-inch telescope, though. Like if you just barely touch the like focus knob on the edge, it's super touchy. Your optics are gonna go all over the place. Saturn was like going crazy when I was just like gentlest touch ever. So like a gentle breeze will mess up your imaging, right? But if you look at the legs of this mount, can't really see him in that picture, of this mount, these are 2 inches thick legs. And then this looks like a child's toy next to some of the big mounts. Like, I saw a picture of it. It's like, the big ones are so much bigger than that. It's like, oh my god. Who buys these things? Who has that much money? Like, I've been saving for this and wanting this for like a couple of years now. And it's still breaking the bank. My credit score went down from this. But, I don't know. You gotta be some Richie McGee over here spending $5,000 on a telescope mount. But yeah, some people have like double setups. Cause the C-Gym mount that I have, and that can hold like 40 pounds. And the actual telescope itself weighs like 12 pounds. You don't want to like fully max it out though. Because, again, it's gonna like struggle a little bit with that. But, did I put the shovel away? I must have. But you want to keep it at like, 50%, 75% load. That way it's not overburdened. But if you do it right, you can have like a astronomy setup for visual viewing on the same rig, like 2 telescopes strapped to each other, basically, and also have your astrophotography rig going at the same time, so you can be like looking at Saturn visually while also taking some crazy pictures of it. But with these big mounts, you really do need like an actual cart, because again, it's like, I thought I'd be able to move it. I thought people were exaggerating online when they said like, oh, you can't really move this thing. But no, you can't really move it. It's like 70 pounds. And it's big and bulky and annoying and heavy and fragile. So I'm gonna try and build a little bit of a cart. I was thinking about maybe putting down some pavers somewhere in the yard to get like a nice solid like pad for it or something. This is why our big telescopes are actually in space. Yeah, well, they're in space because there's no atmosphere to look through. We have way bigger telescopes here on the ground. The extremely large telescope, which is its actual name. I believe that one just came online. Or, wait, no. There's one that just came online that found like 1,000 new asteroids out there within like its first couple hours. By the way, that's actually really exciting. Hold up, let me find the name of it. New big telescope in Chile. It's not the James Webb. In Chile. Chile? The Rubin telescope, yeah. The Rubin telescope. That will be able to find any extra planets in our solar system within the next year. So if there is a legitimate Planet 9, not Pluto. Pluto's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. It's a world. It's been demoted. But if there is a legitimate Planet 9, which, there is some evidence for, not just conspiracy evidence, but like, there's some crazy like orbits of asteroids going around the sun and stuff in the outer solar system. If there's a real one out there, this new telescope will find it within the next year. It's crazy. It's gonna map basically the entire sky. So Dr. Becky, Dr. Becky did a whole bunch of videos on it. It's actually super cool, super exciting stuff. It's like great telescope. And then I think we also have the extremely large telescope like being built. Maybe in the 2030s it'll be done. But yeah, generally like the space telescopes, they're up there because of the lack of atmosphere. So that's why James Webb's is up there, because doing infrared astronomy from the ground kind of sucks because atmosphere and heat, and it needs to be incredibly cold and stuff. That's why it's in like the shadow of the planet. It's pretty cool. Nibiru. I haven't heard that in so long. Nibiru? Yeah, no. I don't know what we name it. I don't know who gets naming rights for that. You look up Nibiru and you get some guy in like a floral picture, a floral shirt, and then you get some amiibo, and then you get World of Warcraft. And no planet. World. Yeah, no, not really. But Planet X, whoever discovers it gets to name it. That's exciting. Yeah, so I mean, we'll know like almost definitely within the next year. It's crazy. Why is Bedrock wrong? No, I think that's right. Because I looked up Nibiru like planet, and then that showed it up. But yeah, apparently people use it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed Name the Planet Jeffrey. I don't think that's a good name to go with right now, my guy. I feel like, I guess that would be one way to keep it in the news. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream there on that lovely note. So thanks for watching the stream, everyone. We'll see you again Saturday and Sunday on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, which is where we stream all these times. Standard times. 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, late UK, and early Australian. You guys know the deal. My name has been Silent Whisperer. You can find me on all platforms, absolutely everywhere. I counted them earlier, and I'm on 12 platforms. So if you can think of it, I'm probably posting there, unless it's like Tumblr or something. All the major platforms. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reels, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, all the things. But we're going to end by rating someone, as we usually do. As we sometimes do, as we occasionally do. Also, I have a potential opportunity. I might actually be, for realsy, uploading to Facebook now. Because Facebook reached out to me, and they were like, yo, what if you and us got together? And I was like, maybe. Anyway, we're going to go hang out with Aladrium. He's building a rotating furnace array. Possibly? Yes. Is it my design? I don't know. You have to go find out. But you can drop a follow on the channel, tell them where you came from, and I'll see you guys over there and in their stream. Here is a link to their channel in the chat for you guys to go click on. If you're on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, you can go click on that link and join their